with me.
Clip it.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Welcome back. Hey, everybody, it's Wednesday. My contacts wouldn't go in. Commence the whole show being about Spurgs going, why don't you wear your stupid fucking goggles? Because I can't wear them over the glasses. Sorry. Already
Hello.
balls deep with $9.99. Thank you very much. That's very nice of you.
Ooh, thank you,
Very,
Bossy.
very humbling, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Happy hump day to you, too.
Happy. She's Canadian, but she is ginger, so she's cool, says Fire Red Podcast. Well, I mean, not everything's a positive. YouTube, yeah, that's Digger's YouTube channel. She'll be on again. You're going to be on tonight, but not on a YouTube channel. You're going to be on. You're gonna be on Mighty
No,
Meats
I'm
podcast?
on with Mighty. Yeah. I'll be a bork. I saw that the other day.
With the Bork sticker. Yeah, I kind of figured you'd love the Bork sticker.
It's the Swedish chef. It's awesome. A bork.
The delight you find in
After the hecklers, him and Beaker were tied for my second favorite Muppets.
I just love the delight you have in explaining how you get elated over it. You're just like, yibbity-bee, but don't bork, and you just, it's fun. It's Wednesday. Diddy is back in the wild, and Xbox just fired 9,100 people and canceled the Perfect Dark reboot. Well, I wasn't a big Perfect Dark fan anyway, so.
Apparently, Walmart is firing people left, right, and center as well. Big, huge firings. Having a lot of trouble.
Uh-oh. Well,
Yep.
You know what it is it's because we're getting rid of all the illegal immigrants. That's why
So
these
no
people,
one's shopping?
So nobody wants to hire employees or have employees, because what if they're illegal migrants? They're just firing them all, they're shit canning them.
No, well, I mean, maybe. You might be right. But I think it's more to fact with they're charging an arm and a leg and treating customers like thieves, and yet forcing customers to do their work for them.
Kitchen Knife informing us that Statler and Waldorf are goated in the realms of the roast. So yeah, Statler and Waldorf are the shit. But I don't know if I have a favorite Muppet. I'm trying to think. I don't really believe I do.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Wednesday?
The hecklers are just like, yeah.
They have names.
I love them so much. That's exactly the kind of humor that
Not enough
me
to
and my
remember who
friends
they are.
had was making fun of each other like that. Just
Miss
you know,
all of the stuff
great
I'm
fun.
doing right here. Johnny paid an arm and a leg for his goggles, and he's not fucking wearing them, says Brian. Yeah, because I have to now pay an arm and a leg for new contact lenses, apparently. They did not want to go in. And I was not going to sit here and put up with my eyes being itchy and miserable all day. I did one stream that way, and I regretted it, so I've learned my lesson. I hate self-checkouts, says Fill Some Holes. I'm ambivalent. How do you feel about self-checkout? Do you have that in your land, your native land? Do they trust you with a checkout?
Oh yes, we do. Yeah, it's stupid. I don't like any of this non-personal stuff. The online banking. I bought bras that are supposed to be the most amazing bras in the world, and I got them and they didn't fit quite right. So all I needed was some advice from someone who knows the product to tell me how to make them fit right. Would have been great. All I got was the runaround. They've got nothing but AI animated things. Self-checkout is just one more of those things. There's no human contact anymore. And it's pissing me off because nothing ever works right. And there's no one ever there to ask a simple question and get a simple answer from. You got to do the runaround. And it's, yeah.
Okay. You're just not happy about it. All right.
No.
Self-chat, King Kong Dong saying self-checkout is great because you can slip an item or two when doing it. Hey, what are you, a congressman or a state senator or something? Well, there was some politician who's been shoplifting repeatedly, and then when he shoplifted at the self-checkout again, they're like, hey, dude. And they like caught him on. He's like, oh, I just forgot. Oops. It's because they didn't have bags. I was holding so much stuff. They didn't have bags. It's like, yeah, but you voted on the no more bags policy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In fact, you were a big proponent of the, hey, no more bags. I feel like you should have been aware of this before anyone else. All right. Self-checkout is confusing, and I know computers, says Red Scooper. I don't have a problem. I'm not trying to brag here, but as a poor individual, I've worked at Walmart.
Yeah. I've worked at checkouts before, too.
So, yeah,
I mean,
so
it's not a hardship. It's not...
Right.
It's not...
But for anyone that did it as a job, like coming back to it in the self-checkout, you're just like, oh, just do this, boop. But I love seeing other people who get utterly confused, like figuring out the machine. It happens a lot with olds in the Walmarts. It happens a lot with olds, but sometimes it's tards. It's the occasional, how shall we say, touchscreen immigrant, and they are just like, whoa, this is all new, modern electricity. So it's just it's difficult, but it's doable. I don't hate it because I usually have so much shit I have to go to the checkout anyway. So I'm like, anyone that uses the self-checkout, I'm like, God bless, one less person I have to wait behind. And that's what I think they're best for. They're best for people that have a few items. The thing I can't stand is when someone is like, and again, they use them so much now, is when people have giant carts of shit. And it's like, this is not a self-checkout thing. Not the way they're built here.
Yeah.
Brushed my teeth and now they feel funny. Isn't it supposed to be the other way around? Shouldn't your teeth feel funny before you brush them? And then they feel clean and good.
Yes.
Weird.
Weird. I'm not going to even say it.
What?
I was going to ask if your daughter had gotten into your bathroom again.
Oh, God, no. Dude, like, I don't let... You find one spider smashed into your toothbrush, you do not let her near your... Like, I will love when I have, like, a bathroom with cabinets and drawers and doors and things to put stuff away. But still, it was just like, no. And the worst part is she didn't mean to hurt the spider. She was trying to help it. I'm just like, oh. So this went bad for all parties involved, but it was with the best of intentions, guys. It was with the best of intentions. She's been watching a show called Lucas the Spider, so every spider is a happy, hopping, singing melody spider to her. And that's great, because her mom is arachnophobic. And so her mom...
She can deal with them.
...is terrified of them. Not like can't... not like jumps on furniture shrieking of them, but like sees them and is weirded out. Like they got to go. So the fact that at least somebody in this house is great, and I'm not, but I won't be here much longer. And so, or at least, balls crossed. So I I'm planning to shuffle off the mortal coil. No, but anyways, no. The spiders, like someone's gonna have to deal with them. I'm glad there's at least a 6 or 7-year-old. I have to get used to calling her 7 now. She keeps getting older. It's fucking weird. I'm not
How
comfortable with
dare
it.
she? Yeah, I wouldn't
I'm
be
not
either.
comfortable with it. I remember like 5 years ago she was
Nope.
2. Explain that to me. Now she's 7. The fuck. All right. So yeah,
Wild.
it is wild. We have a show till 4:30. We're fully funded through today with everything you guys have done. So thank you all so very much for all of that. We're down to $55 for our Monday, July 7th goal because we made a nice little chunk on Twitch yesterday. So thank you for that with the
Sweet.
stickers and the other things. So if you guys want to do that stuff, it all counts. Johnny's girl. Ow. Ow, ow. Yeah, I guess Jelly for the Smelly thinks you are.
Thank you.
He likes my lady.
Yay.
Yay. I like my lady a lot. I like her a lot. All right, let's
lot.
grab this. Ooh, hold on now. That's after show stuff.
And
Oh,
I
dude.
thank you, Brian, for. I just caught that what you said. I thank you, Brian, for offering to help me with the bra sizing. I'll try and remember
no,
that next
sir.
time.
If there's an American that's handling that job, it's me.
It's just frustrating. I could
call
tell the
dibs on
bra
your
would be
boobs.
absolutely amazing if I could get it to fit right. You women out there, you understand. Finding a good bra is damn near impossible. And these ones were brilliant for the fibro, except I couldn't get it to fit right. And I'm sure it was a simple fix if I could have just asked a human being how to fix it. But there was no human being anywhere, ever. There was just a long list of filling out things and talking to AIs. It was so frustrating. Sorry.
I'm too early. I'll come back. Also, Digger is right, says Lexi. Well, don't do that. That makes me
Lexi.
feel bad. I'll come back
See?
later. No, don't do that. Don't do that. I like it when
The
people.
women
do.
understand out there. I'm so glad. I'm not alone.
Apparently not. You are not alone in the endeavors of people struggling with it. Actually, I can say this kind of for fact. I know I know Ivy's mom had issues getting things to fit right like that, and it's a terrible ordeal because guys never deal with that. Like, it's not like, oh man, I got to find underwear that I got to get adjusted so it cups my balls the right way. Like, we don't have that problem. Ours is mostly just
Right?
again. This is where I'm like, hey, Supreme Creator. Like, if you're a lady, like when you're done, you go upstairs and you're like, all right, I gotta fucking back. We'll probably hold on for a minute. We're gonna get.
Okay.
Yes, we do. Inseam, says Jelly for the Smelly. Oh, we do have to.
That's true.
We do have to accommodate for the balls. If I
Yeah.
find a bra I like, I buy 5 of them, says
Yes.
Lexi.
That's exactly it. I always the same with jeans. Well, not just jeans, but pants. I don't actually wear a whole lot of jeans anymore, but bottoms. If I find a pair that fit, I buy like 3 pair of them. That's why it'll, I know it sometimes it looks like I'm wearing the same. I've got 3 tank tops like this. I've got 2 others exactly like this. I've got like at least half a dozen black tank tops. I've got 3 or 4 pairs of the same yoga pants. When they fit nice, you buy a bunch of them because it's so hard to get anything to fit nice.
Oh, see, now the ladies are coming out against the inseam stuff. So see, this is where I don't know. I once had a seamstress working on a pair of dress pants for me. She started messing with my balls when measuring my inseam.
See, Bull Deep knows too. It's hard finding 38 by 28 in a loose fit jean. My thighs and nuts are huge. See?
I got
We
big
all
old
understand.
balls. That's the problem. And there's just no room for my nuts. She was really cute. Too bad I was 17. Well, you live, you learn, you impregnate the seamstress. And Brian the Science made sure to go back to her for his next suit.
For the next one. Yeah.
Yeah.
The black tank tops work. Yes, I
Taylor's
love
a
the black
predator, but I
tank
love
top.
it. all right.
Wild, you may be right. You may be right. I never thought of that. She says to go look on YouTube, see if there's any videos on YouTube helping for the fitting of those bras.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'll go look for that.
How many adjustments do you have? You just have the back strap adjustment and the shoulder strap adjustments. You just got to
No,
put
you've
them.
got the one going here, you've got
Yeah.
the one going here, then you've got each cup. Now nothing is exactly
How do you
the
adjust
same.
the cup?
Well, you don't. So you really
Yeah,
got to
but I
hope
meant
that
the
you
adjustable parts because you said it's a matter of adjusting it. So I feel like you should be able to.
Oh, the one specifically that I was trying that I really,
Mhm.
really wanted to work, they buckle here. Seam or the non-seam.
We really need to
buckles
just
here.
get you on this side of the border. I feel like off camera, I could help you a lot with this.
I'm sure you could. Yeah. I feel like you would be the perfect person
I have a
to
mind for
solve my
machinations.
bra problems.
If not, I will burn the midnight oil trying.
I'm sure.
You gotta buy rapper jeans, Diddy Rockefeller, all loosen the balls, says Jelly for the smelly. That's good to know.
Yeah,
Because
that's actually not a bad idea.
maybe
either.
that's maybe naming on jeans gives it away. So like, Rockefeller is good because it's all loose in the balls. Or me, I wear Wranglers because they're really trying to rein them in. They are wrangling my balls because I have huge.
You got wild balls.
I've got huge wild balls that roam the No, I don't. It's Yeah,
Yeah, the picture you paint is not pleasant.
I have donkey nuts. All right, so we've got some pictures of this. Crews are still working. A storm blew through Las Vegas, yeah. Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. They're out of power. Viva Las Vegas. Are you think they're still gambling?
Sand Hill on Tropicana.
You think they're still?
It can't.
About 25
There's no electricity.
Yeah, but are like people like banging on the slot machines trying to rip out shit because the power's out?
All the way down to Sand Hill. On
I imagine it's like,
which equates to about 25 poles.
I imagine the Tropicana and them, they have like backup power so the stuff doesn't just shut off. Because if
Oh,
it just shuts
sure,
off, then
yeah.
people would be grabbing shit like crazy. Because then you'd be losing all your security and stuff too. I can't see Las Vegas now without thinking of Army of the Dead.
Yeah.
So I'm watching the dude. He's
I
like, we got
love that
poles
tiger.
down, and I'm like, where's the tiger? That was my one thing that I hated about the movie. We never really had anyone win in the tiger fight. We got what, like 1 minute of AI tiger vengeance, and it's like, oh, the tiger kills the asshole, yay! Which you gotta wonder, like, do you think that guy's a dick in real life?
I don't know, but he really plays a good dick.
He plays a
In
good dick in
TV
every
movies.
movie and TV show.
Yeah.
Like, every time you see him now, you're like, oh, he's a dick. Like, he is typecast the same
he's
way.
the bad guy. Yeah.
He's typecast like Sean Bean is typecast for somebody who's gonna like get suicided tragically. Like every time Sean Bean gets cast. And here's the worst part. Like, I didn't read the books on Game of Thrones, right? So I watch Game of Thrones and I'm like, Eddard Stark is like a fucking player. He's like a dude in this thing. He's like a macho man, like alpha male guy. Nobody's gonna take. Oh wait, never mind. They decapitated him.
When it's like the first
The
dude.
little
did.
bitch prince is in charge, and they decapitated him. Like oh. He literally at the end of the first season, and the worst part is all the way through the season, I had no idea that was happening. It had been after the show had come out, so everybody knew. Except me. I didn't want spoilers. I didn't care. I was like, this looks great. And then they killed him. And I'm like, well, fuck. And then I was like, you know what? It's bad. It's not good. But I can survive because we got Rob and his wolf. And I love those two. Rob and his wolf. Oh, look, they're going to get me.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. In a way, I'm glad I read the books and I was waiting innocently, naively. I was waiting for him to write the final book, to read it before I watched the series. Like I watched maybe the first season. That was it because it was good. And I thought, okay, I'll wait for him to finish the book. And he still hasn't finished the damn book. And now I'm really frustrated. And apparently they ended the series on a not very good note.
In the
Not the
books?
best ending. No, on TV. The TV
Oh.
series, I guess, was not the
Oh, yeah,
best
the ending was dog shit. I heard
Yeah,
from the
so-
Bemidji storm, it takes 4 guys 4 hours to replace 1 pole. Actors that are usually pricks, or actors that are pricks are usually very nice people. Yeah, it's usually the case, but he plays such a good asshole. He has a punchable face, and so it's like,
Yep.
like, again, this is not a criticism of the actor, if anything, a compliment, but it's like you're so happy when that tiger just rips him to shit. But, like, at the same time, I'm like, but come on, we got to have man v. tiger, man survive, win, yay. Like, we didn't have anyone actually face down the tiger. Instead, the tiger gets namelessly taken out off screen when the bomb drops. It's just not fair.
Yeah. Well, in my mind, it got away.
Fallen asking, Johnny, did you check out the new dispensary in St. Cloud? Is it open? Ooh, where's it at?
Ooh.
These are all no's, but I guess I have something to do today, tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
I'll look it up. Everyone in my generation hates Billy Zane. Dude, and I don't know if Billy Zane is a good guy or a bad guy, but I love him as an actor. Like, I love the characters he plays. And I've grown to love them because there's like a certain cheesy schlockiness that is only Billy Zane. And you can only get by Billy Zane being the character. And I have realized this after watching him perform a multitude of roles. I've gone back and I've realized it's always there. It's in The Phantom. It's in fucking the fucking Titanic movie, and every other crappy role he plays in between. He was great in Tombstone. Was awesome in Tombstone. It's in a strip mall off 33rd and something. That worries me. It opened yesterday. So you mean they're out of stuff by now? Like, that's going to be the worst part, too, is like legal dispensaries open up and they're just going to get flooded with traffic. People are like, hey. But then again, maybe they've got like grand opening sales. Like leftover wheat. That's like, I want to wait. I want to come in. I'd like to. Actually, if they opened yesterday, I could still pull this bit. I could walk in and be like, hey, do you guys like have any sales, like specials on like day old weed or something? Like, day old. Timothy Oliphant floats between great and schlocky. Yeah, it depends on what he does. Because I would say live free, die hard, schlocky. Schlocky on live free, die hard.
Timothy Oliphant.
Yeah, but I couldn't buy him as a hacker. It's like, I'm super smart. I'm a tech hacker. Oh, what
We go.
I don't
hit
know.
the space bar and
He's
I started that video. Yeah, so what? Doesn't mean he knows his way around a keyboard. I love him in Justified.
But it lets me forgive some stuff.
Yeah.
It's not his fault they cast him as
I can
a
already
hacker.
see future events in our relationship. Timothy Oliphant comes on the screen and Digger just goes, shut up, Johnny.
I'm not like that.
Turn off the lights and close
He's
the door.
not.
Go out of the room! I need some alone time with Mr. Timothy! I will say this, possibly controversial take. I love the Timothy Oliphant Agent 47 movie, Hitman movie, whatever you want to call it, better than the reboot. The actors and the execution in the reboot were good, but I still love the Timothy Oliphant movie better.
I agree.
I think it was way better. I think I also still have the poster from the original Timothy Oliphant Hitman movie. I got people mad at me at the movie theater at that because
Why?
I've seen other people have this similar versions of this problem. Aaron, for example, has this problem where he sees somebody and he recognizes an actor who's a bit actor in a lot of stuff, but most people don't recognize that actor. But he goes, hey, that guy was also in blah, 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 blah. And then he'll tell you the actor's name. And you're like, there's no way any of that is true. And it's all 100% legit. And then you honestly have a mild panic attack for a split second at realizing that someone else took the mental time and capacity to retain that knowledge. However, I have the same problem with videos where in the Timothy Oliphant Hitman movie, it was a Fox production. So they used footage from another Fox production. There's a little known series with Jensen Ackles, Jessica Alba, God, who am I? Michael Weatherly, Stop me if you can come up with the name.
Is that Dollhouse or is
No.
that no? That's not Dollhouse. Oh fuck!
I'm gonna see if anyone in the chat's gonna get it. I've given the 3 main actors in the show. If like everyone in that show went on to do a lot of stuff.
Now, I've got
King Kong Dong,
Okay.
Aaron's amount of useless actor and actress knowledge is
Dark
fucking psychotic.
Angel. Thank you.
Dark Angel. So they use a whole shit ton of
That
the
was a great
scenes
show.
from the beginning of Dark Angel, because as you obviously are aware now, you know I didn't know if you knew Dark Angel or not. So yeah, that was my soft test. Congratulations, you passed. But anyways, so they use a lot of the footage from when the kids were in the camps being trained. And because they put tattoo barcodes on them, it fit with the whole thing. The difference is the kids got barcoded way up high on the bottoms of their skulls, and the barcodes in the actual show, or in Hitman, or wait, no, it's the other way around. The kids got barcoded on their necks, and the barcodes in Hitman were on the head.
High.
And so, Jelly for days. Oh no, what have I started? I don't know, but we're still going. So yeah, I loved fucking Dark Angel, and I kept pointing out to my brother in the movie theater, I'm like, oh my god, that's Dark Angel. This scene's from that episode in Dark Angel, and finally, like 2 dudes in front of us, like, oh really? Shut up! And it was just like, oh fuck off, like. Oh. I mean, it was fair of them to say something. They were rude about it, but it is fair. But yeah, I just couldn't help it. Couldn't help it. It's just all there. It was all there. I think it was him in the movie Go. If that's him, then I like him. Okay. That was a good movie. Which movie? Go?
I'm trying to remember Go.
Pretty sure Go was Nicolas Cage. Now I'm going to look up the movie Go.
He irritates me. I don't know why, but he's
I
always
love him
me.
in certain stuff. Movie Go. Oh, I'm way wrong about Go. Timothy Oliphant was in Go. Timothy Oliphant, Katie Holmes, Jay Moore, Tay Diggs, Scott Wolf, Sarah Polley.
Yes. That was a good movie, actually.
All right, so you
owned
said you
that
don't
at
like Nicolas
point.
Cage. I've got to see if there's a trailer for this.
Right.
I don't think it's Jujutsu Kaisen.
It was a good
Nick
movie.
Cage meets himself.
And Johnny only cried for 13 minutes.
Always while I'm typing.
I haven't seen 28 Years Later, Jelly, but yeah, that's what I was thinking. It looks like it'll be good.
All right, so
I don't know. I don't go to see anything in a theater these days.
you
It's not
saw
worth it.
you saw a movie with Nick Cage that I showed you called Willy's Wonderland.
Yes.
That was a great movie, and the
Yes.
people who put Nick Cage in it did the right thing, but the way they executed his addition to the film, because he doesn't say a single fucking word. He's just this tall, dark hero character. It's fucking hilarious, and he just mindlessly, silently goes from fighting the animatronic characters and helping people back to cleaning the place. So it's fucking funny as fuck. It's a great time. Well,
And when he takes a break, he really takes a break. He means it.
This movie is worse than that, and for all the wrong reasons. I've never even seen it. This is
What's it called?
Jiu-Jitsu. It's a sci-fi thriller.
How the hell are you still alive?
You're fighting aliens. But it also has to be about martial arts?
Must have been a pretty bad fall. The comet you see in the sky right now passes over the Earth every 6 years and causes a portal. But when it's open, we get a visitor from a
Every 6
distant
years?
galaxy.
That's fairly often.
Yep.
Poet warrior in the sci-fi sense.
Found the balls to actually watch the movie. I can't even finish the trailer. It's that Oof. So it's Comet Predator. No, it's Mortal Kombat Predator. Because it's a predator that only comes through a portal on a particular cycle and has to fight the chosen warriors. It's Mortal Kombat Predator. And so it's about the people with the chosen jujutsus. But apparently chosen jujutsus also include fully automatic weapons.
Now you are all
And shotguns.
the chosen jujitsu fighters.
Right? They're all chosen fighters. So make sure to bring your assault rifles. Oh,
This will
God,
be one
Frank
that
Grill.
we have to watch
What?
when we're on the couch. This is one we have to watch together on the couch with popcorn. This is going to be too funny to watch.
Right. But it has
separately.
to be with popcorn, a fully loaded bong, and a decent supply of alcoholic beverages. Not
Sounds
excessive.
good.
Probably
No.
wine coolers, so we have limit and controls, but still.
Beer for me. You have the wine cooler.
There's
so I'll
going to
have the
be a
beer.
lot of MST3King this shit out of this. Well, my idea of a wine cooler is a Smirnoff. Like, I'll have Smirnoff ice. Like, I'll load a fridge with Smirnoff Blacks and drink them all day. Oof.
Ah, gotcha.
I miss me some Smirnoff Blacks. I haven't had a good Smirnoff Black. I have my own Nick Cage screenplay, 28 Wieners Later.
Lord of War is a great movie. I mean, like, I don't know. It's not that I dislike him, and he's been in some really good movies. Just something about him irritates me a bit. I don't know why.
I don't know. I find him awesome in a lot of stuff, and I find a lot of the stuff he does is cheesy and corny, and that has got to be at the top of the list. I hate to know where it goes beyond that.
I think it's got to be some mannerism or something that he does that just subconsciously bothers me. Like maybe someone I know
Or
in my
just the
past did it or
overall
something.
arrangement of
But
his
he's
eyes
always
and his
irritated
mouth.
me. Hi, Tubi Flair. How you doing, hon?
Fanatical Bucks fan with a YouTube
Sorry,
link
squirrel.
tribute to Puff Daddy. Oh.
Oh, and Wildest thing we need to watch Mom and Dad.
I don't know if I want to do that. Mom and Dad.
Yeah, I've never heard Mom and Dad.
I don't know. All right, Big L foreheads. I don't same as dweebs. Who knows all the voice actors in an animation? Wild Saffron, not all,
Most.
but I do have some. I have certain voice actors. Like
A
I
lot of
know
them.
I can spot where voice actors are from. I might not know their names, but I can be like, oh, he was also in this one. And a lot of those are also ones that I can end up kind of sinking into their voice too. Delicious in dungeon. Anyways,
Yes.
I love the unbearable weight of massive talent. Oh, dude, I do need to still see that movie. Do you know that? Have you heard of that movie?
What? The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. No, I've never heard of it.
All right, hold on. We're playing her the trailer to The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. It's because, again, Nick Cage has become synonymous with being in all these movies because he did it to make money after his whole housing thing.
Oh, Mad Max Mardigan suggested Mom and Dad, not Wild. Sorry.
Oh. All right.
And yes, SH, was it SH? No, it was Jelly. Jelly was saying, let's be honest, Con Air should suck, but it's awesome
Yeah.
with that
Con
cast.
Air should
And you're
blow,
right.
but it's
It should be
awesome as
a
fuck.
horrible movie.
This is the unbearable weight of massive
Okay.
talent.
I'm Nick Friggin! Okay!
What's the worry here, Nick? You've lost some of your talent as an actor?
No. What did he say?
He says he loves you, but he went in a different direction.
I'm done. I'm quitting acting.
Ah, man, I'm driving through the hills. I'm sorry. One more time. We got another offer. It's $1 million. It's to attend a wealthy gentleman's birthday party.
The guy that owns this house, what's his name?
Javi. Mr. Cage.
Excuse me, is Javi going to want me to,
I'm not sure I understand.
Look, if Javi...
I am Javi.
Nick Cage. God, this place is stunning. What is your favorite movie? That's one of those questions that's impossible to answer. You can't just limit it to one.
Imagine me and you, I do.
Is it too much? Is this supposed to be me? It's grotesque. I'll give you 20,000 for it.
It looks awesome. It's grotesque. I'll give you 20,000.
I don't know that was a cliff. We could have died.
I'm in position.
I think that's the actor Nick Cage.
Nick Cage, I love you. Have you seen Cruise 2?
I'm 44 years old. Why would I see Crudes 2? I've seen Face Off and Con Air.
What do you guys want?
We're with Central Intelligence. Do you know who you're spending time with? One of the most ruthless men on the face of this planet. I need you to help the U.S. government.
Let's kill this.
Find a way into that room, Nick.
I can see myself doing more of this stuff. I think I might have a real gift for it.
Good, because we got another mission for you.
No.
Your friend is working for the U.S. government. Don't lie to me. Are those my golden guns?
They're my golden guns.
I don't want to kill you.
You're the last person I want to kill.
I love you.
I love you.
This looks interesting.
I'm Nick.
Yeah.
Whoa, okay.
Dude, no, it looks
That
good.
looks awesome.
That looks awesome.
That looks awesome.
So yeah, I have my own Nicolas Cage. Oh yeah, we did that one. Thank you, Eugene Stoner.
Yeah.
Nick Cage. First time I saw him was in Valley Girl. Then he did Peggy Sue Got Married. I don't really care for him. He's a bit overrated in my opinion. I grew up watching so many movies that he did. What the fuck was the name of the one where he was a helicopter pilot? Oh fuck.
Oh, Wild, you don't think that looks like fun? It looks just ridiculously fun.
It looks stupid as hell. It looks like an actor going, I'm not supposed to do this. I play action heroes. I'm not actually one. Like, and he makes fun of himself. That was a total self-dig where he's like, that looks gaudy and ridiculous as hell. I'll give you 20,000 for it. Like, just turning and just making a stupid purchase.
Oh, man.
All right. Anyways, Nick Cage makes me want to treasure hunt. Make sure to like and subscribe, chat, says 2B Flair. Thank you, 2B Flair. I appreciate that
Cheers,
that
bro.
request. Yes. Like, subscribe. We appreciate that. We have actual news to cover, not just exposing Digger to American culture. You're welcome, by the way. You're welcome.
Thank you.
I don't do this because I have to. I do it because I care. All right. So, speaking of doing it because I care, if giggity, that's another one I'll put up on that list of yours later. I apologize to all my local. Oh wait, that's the post of it. I'm not going to just read it out loud. Holy Jesus! I clicked the wrong thing as opposed to clicking the tweet that I had saved. I clicked the title of the tweeter, and it went to their page, and it's like fighting suicidal depression. I'm like, oh my God. Guys, I don't know if anyone is aware of this or not, but apparently they can use Wi-Fi signals to detect motion in your home. Your internet providers, Spectrum, all of them, if they use Wi-Fi, it's not a matter of making the technology to do it. The technology is already set up to do it.
Already there.
They can now
Someone's
use
just gotta
it.
access it.
They can use it to detect motion in your home.
So even though I have the dumbest of dumb houses, there isn't anything smart in here other than my phone. And I would like to think perhaps myself. But other than that, my home is dumb, but they can still track me.
Yeah, you can get, this is a service that they offer, like a paid service you can have. So like you could know if someone's moving around in your home when you're not there. But again, it's just, it exists. So T. Jefferson, yep. Dude, I'm going to have a schizophrenic attack. I'm sorry. Oh, Alex Jones did this story like 5 years ago. Well, I just go with like common news, and this is a thread that that just got out recently, so I'm sharing it. I'm sorry. Wi-Fi motion uses Xfinity Gateway and existing Wi-Fi connected devices. I love how they say it like it's such an advancement. We use our Wi-Fi motion software and existing devices, meaning if you don't want this service, but someone like the government or the company wanted to use it in your home, they're already set to go. So Faraday cage for phone and router, an entire house somehow. Yeah, pretty much. Seems like we've lost Digger. Oops. I'm guessing she had herself an oops-a-doodle. I wonder if she sent a message to my phone. She has not. I'm sure there will be one shortly. We'll just wait for that. While we're waiting... Oh, no. Yeah, dude, I'm not happy about it either. While we're waiting, I'll get the PayPal Venmo links up in the chats and pinned to the top for people that want to help support the show. You can do that through the merch site or through the PayPal, Venmo, Streamlabs, all of those fun little avenues. Let's throw this in here and there and here and there. And now I'll just pin them to the top. We'll check them as we go on with the show. Pin. All right. I'm going to just text her in case she, All right. You dropped out, coming back. You dropped out, coming back. Question mark. No news from her thus far. All right, then. Okay, I should buy a freezer on sale for $135 so I have a place to store the fruit I just saw is on sale today. That's smart, right? No, I mean, do you have the money to spend? Oh, the person came out who made that post came out later saying they were joking and they were sorry for making schizos go nuts. The MAID program founder. Oh, no. Mussolini Diff, no. Don't tell me that. I found that she's my lady. I can't have nothing happen to my lady. I love my lady. My OC apartment complex lost internet trying to reboot. All right. So we may have lost Digger for the day. That's not good. I don't control these things. All right? It's not my choice. It's not my choice. All right. So she'll be back if she can. We do have other stories to cover. That wasn't the only one. And we are only in the first hour. We're going until 4:30. So that means technically we have about 2 hours and 45 minutes left in the show. So we'll get going through our first hour stories. Bang a couple of them out. She should be back hopefully soon if we're lucky. For the rest. Don't worry, sugar tits. We got you, says King Kong Dong. I'm not worried. I just, I'd like my Lanny to be here. No, I have two. Yeah, then I'd probably say it's not smart to spend that money. But that's me. I am an American idiot. All right. For other stories we have today, we have a story from the WNBA's halftime show, which will be fun. Remember, I'm dead. No, you're not. We have a story about Pixar's latest movie to come out that I didn't even know about. Also, guys, as an American citizen, I want to warn you about threats to our country. And there has been the Houthis have released a PR campaign. And so we're going to show it because apparently they want to warn us of the danger. And I feel that's just goddamn nice of them. So we'll go check out the threat. Imminent danger posed by the Houthis PR video. Also, we'll talk about Diddy. Everybody knows about Diddy, so I don't imagine we'll spend too much time on it because Kobliger pled guilty to the murder for the 4 students. But is this tech focused? No, he pled. We'll cover. We can. To be fair, we can cover that. We're not tech focused. We just cover all sorts of stories. He pled guilty for the sweet deal he got. Because he's, what is it, like life in prison? And he's not, because he was avoiding the death penalty and other stuff. And so the families I know are upset. Welcome back, Digger. We got you back on the program.
Hi.
Is your internet back?
Thank
Are you
you.
okay?
Yeah, it's weird. It was just my PC was bumped off the internet for some reason. My tablet, my phone, everything else was fine. The router, totally fine. But the PC just decided to get kicked off the internet for some reason. It's been happening more and more often lately. I don't know why.
I'm sorry. SH, she's alive. Yes, she's alive.
I am.
I think he was dead to rights. No pun intended. Ooh.
So were we talking about Diddy?
No, they're talking about Kohlberger or Kohlberger.
Sorry, Kohlberger. Sorry. So
they're talking about Kohlberger. Yeah.
I'm not totally certain because I didn't watch everyone this morning. So he basically took the plea because
he didn't want to risk the death penalty.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that makes sense. I was kind of thinking he might do one of those Alfred pleas. I really didn't think that he had or that they had the evidence.
Oh no! From what I understand, they had a plethora.
I guess
things
so.
that were
I
there was
guess.
some stuff that called it into question a little bit, and there was maybe rumor he'd be able to argue some doubt. But from what I understand, they had the murder weapon and ways of connecting him to the place and time with like phone data and shit, like stuff that he tried to ditch. But I don't know. I haven't followed it very closely.
I heard of some of that, but I didn't. Yeah, see, neither did I. That was the first case that I actually was, interested in following, and I was waiting to watch it when it came to time.
I love the way you kind of said that with like and I was gonna watch it.
Oh
shucks me darden. AP, they
I'm
had an
gonna watch
abundance of
Jeff
evidence.
cover it.
Yeah, this is one of those where he thought he was like Dexter and he was really outsmarting the defense, and it turns out the whole time they just had a plethora of
He
evidence.
wasn't that smart.
Yeah, so he's gonna take.
It felt to me like the evidence that they had wasn't that strong, but I purposely didn't pay attention to anything after the immediacy of it because I knew Jeff was going to cover it and I knew I'd watch it there. And I like to go into a court case not knowing all the buzz and everything, right? So all I had heard was enough for me to think that he was completely innocent and that, yes, Fiery, Gosney's still missing his K-bar.
Mussolini Diff saying they reduced his sentence from 10 guys down to 5, and Diddy said, "I will take a burger." But the death penalty takes decades because of the appeal. The Alfred plea wasn't on the table. The defense was trying to put off the trial based upon evidence that wasn't offered that they said they needed to go through. The judge had released a ruling last week, and he was pissed in it. Ooh.
Going to put off the trial that wasn't offered. Okay. Yeah, I would have been pissed too if I were the judge. It's been a big, long lead up. You'd think by now you have your ducks in a row and all the evidence has been put out, disseminated to everyone who needs it.
All right, so everybody probably already knows about this, but if you don't, we'll cover this quick too. Since we're already talking about that stuff, I'll pull my camera off the screen for a second. So Diddy pretty much skates on all the serious stuff, the racketeering, sex trafficking stuff, and he was found guilty on transportation to engage in prostitution, 2 counts. So,
transportation to engage in prostitution.
So slap on the wrist?
That's a whole nothing burger. It's a whole big nothing. I mean, it should be bigger than that because he's trafficking sex workers at the very least across state lines, but more likely than not, he was taking them cross countries. So
awesome.
Yeah.
No evidence that they had was kept from the public. The DA just showed small portion in the hearing today, and there was an abundance of evidence against him. All right, so
terabytes of evidence to go through, and the judge kept asking them what they needed to go through it.
The defense never gave a concrete response.
Okay.
All right, so the defense was afraid to go to trial at any point then, because it sounds like they keep delaying on this. So Diddy didn't do nothing other rappers were doing at parties. I don't know. That sounds like the fucking baby oil cocktails were a new mix.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but that's next level intelligence and next level evil, in my opinion. You're drugging people through the baby oil. I mean,
I like the
I would never think, my God, there's going to be drugs in the baby oil or body moisturizer, like hair conditioner or something. I just wouldn't,
You've never
I don't
lubed
think
yourself
that
up
way.
for a freak off going, I wonder if this is safe. Yo,
No,
just
I
put the
never have.
Johnson and
It's weird.
Johnson on your dick. All right.
That's
He was
wild.
so
Yeah.
insistent. St. Cloud DJ may do more time than Diddy. Yeah, the funny part is the thing that anyone thinks that he's going to do time. All right, yeah, all right. Is there a baby?
Yeah.
If there's baby oil at the party, I'm leaving, says AP. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
what do you
Yeah.
what do you only go to lame and gay parties? Come on. It was totally Rico, just not the way that it had been initially formulated for La Casa Nostra, the Italian mafia.
Yeah.
All right, well, they still didn't get it. This wasn't in the case. The traffic was in regard to two specific ex-girlfriends. That was the media that wasn't on trial. All right, now I've lost the chat thread. I don't know specifically which thing. There's too many trials that we could be talking about at the moment. Which trial are we talking about? Which media? Because the witchy witch
Well, that's
media.
the thing. The media was kind of a problem for both of these cases. Like there was
witches
so much being done in social media, done and said that hard to know what's part of actuality and what's just been supposition repeated.
Which one are we talking? Diddy or Coworker?
Both of them.
Holy fuck! I can't keep track.
Literally, both of them.
All right. So yeah, we have 2.5 hours left. I am trying to keep my shit together. What is this? Certain someone? What? I don't care. If this is a Phil comment, I'm timing you out for the rest of the show because I don't give a fuck.
Uh-oh, Sane. Caesar.
It is. Spoiler alert. Like, I've covered Phil, and yes, he freaks out. He acts like a baby. We've covered it. Like, you hate Phil. I get that. I don't give a fuck. How many times do I have to say that? I just don't give a fuck. It's almost ban-worthy at this point. All right. Anyways, prosecution never claimed the baby oil included drugs. See, yeah, that's just the rumor that got out. The internet. Everybody on the internet. People made claims that they were drugged by the baby oil. My coworker runs into my lab yelling, "Why my flask covered in cummies?"
Ew. Brian, you're supposed to leave your coworkers' stuff alone.
I'm just glad.
Don't eat their food. You don't add to their food.
I'm just glad he finally got his
leave their
dick
stuff
back
alone.
out.
Oh, there's that.
Like, oh, I have to have sex. Uh-oh. This is gonna go. This is gonna go poorly. This is gonna go poorly. I'm gonna take my camera off the screen. What's going on?
With a doll. Fucking like, oh, I have to have sex with a doll.
Fucking A.
Like, oh, I have to have sex with a doll.
It just gets so soft at the end. It feels weird.
Have to have sex with a doll.
I'm not happy. Don't
We were discussing the
don't do that.
the Johnny doll, I think.
Or again, just a thought. Dump the doll. When COVID 26 hits, I know who I'm blaming, says Jelly for the smelly. The important thing is that I think, like, you guys are all upset. I'm just glad he finally found a way to get his dick out of that fucking flask. You know,
he's been complaining.
You try to
about that
help
for
a
while.
guy. Have you heard of, because I've never heard of this, apparently legendary performer Red Panda? Have you heard of this person?
No.
All right. Well, Red Panda is apparently a short Chinese Persian. A Persian. Not even a real person. A Persian.
Short Persian?
A short Persian.
Okay.
Now, this
Kitty
short...
walk?
I'm getting the video up. Hold on. Calm your tits, lady. Jesus. Now, this short person...
Thanks, Bull.
it's kind of in the classic tale of of overcompensation, performs as a giant unicycle riding performer. She was at the WNBA.
This lady.
Yeah, this lady.
Okay.
Apparently she's famous. I didn't know this. She decided
Okay.
she would perform at the WNBA halftime show. And
Okay.
and I mean, it's a perfect idea. It's a celebration of culture and women because it's a lady performer. So she's there. She's performing for everybody, showing off. Oh, good. Hooray. Oh, dear Lord.
Fell off?
Yeah.
Okay.
She got taken out in a wheelchair.
What?
She got taken out in a wheelchair. From that fall, she fell forward and she compacted her spine and fucked up her legs, I'm guessing. She got taken out in a wheelchair.
Wow.
So she fell. She tried to get up afterwards, but she left the court clutching her left wrist. They told me she got rolled out in a wheelchair. She had to be helped off the court after falling during the Fever Links halftime show. Oh, here's more footage of the fall. Here, we can go to...
She's been doing this act for 25 years. Yep.
Oh, no.
Yeah, dude. All right, so she did not get taken out in a wheelchair, but she fell and broke her wrist and hurt her back.
Okay.
The goat.
The goat?
Yeah, what is that? Like an 8-foot? Because she was sitting at the level of
She stood.
the top of
She
that
was
ladder.
standing. She was standing on this bar when she got on. She got 1 foot on to her unicycle, and she had 1 foot on this bracing bar to like steady her as she got her other foot into the like stirrupy whatever handle thing.
Okay.
And so yeah, or just on the pedal, either way. But yeah, so she was like she was up at this height. The unicycle seat was somewhere around this level.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what
Yeah, dude. So Red Panda is down. Sorry, like I'm starting to feel like the WNBA is the kiss of death. This is not the first, and it won't be the last story. I've been like, so the WNBA had a halftime show, and it just it doesn't go well. Jennifer Smelly Diddy didn't do nothing either. Okay, it's my day, boys. I'm telling you, I can feel it. Well, good for you, Sean. Just like the Epstein's trafficked people to nobody. Oh yeah, I'm catching back up with the chat. I'm going back in time.
Yeah. I forgot to change back to live chat after
All right.
after the crashy crash.
Oh wow, poor lady, right on her face. No, she landed square on her ass. Still got a but
Yeah.
still she got further than I would have. Oh no, she's a very talented performer, and it's sad. Like I'm not like, oh, Q, you're riding a tricycle. That's just the WNBA, man. When they're like, hey, we want you to come to a halftime show, you'd be like, no, dear God, no. It doesn't matter if it's a boost in your social profile. It's a kiss of death.
Mm-hmm.
It's the WNBA. So yeah, I hope she recovers just fine. The article I read made it sound like she got taken out in a wheelchair. I thought she like temporarily effed up her spine.
Irie said her knee was swelling up like double the size as she was walking.
She
so
definitely
maybe that's
didn't
why
land
she stopped
square.
again.
Maybe. But yeah, they helped her off the court. She made it off the court. What the heck?
Wait, Red Panda, we love you. Red Panda.
So, this is another reason why I love Caitlin Clark. So this happens at the game. Everybody else is like, hey, the halftime game. And
Wait, Red Panda, we love you. Red Panda. Red Panda got hurt at halftime. Feel better. She rides on the bike and does the flip.
she stops everybody. No, girls, shut up. Red Panda's not okay. This is going to lead to Caitlin Clark getting ganged up on the court like 4 more times.
That was halftime. What was the lady in the back drinking out of the bottle?
Red Panda, if you're watching.
What the heck is that
Backlash.
What's that mean? What is
I don't know.
communist
half the
China?
heart?
I don't know. But either way, so yes, whoa, Jesus Christ. Did the chat just freak the fuck out for you? Because it did for me. Oh my dear Lord. Red Rocket Red. Johnny's not me, has me 7 and PD freak out party. Eventually the body saves. The body says no after 25 years. Yeah. No dog acts allowed at the WNBA halftime. No, Red Panda's a person. Remember the guy who tore his ACL last year in a layup contest during the women's college? Again,
I remember.
women's basketball. It's dangerous to do the halftime show. Do not do the halftime show. Oh. Magic 8 Ball 0. I've attended 0 freak-off parties in my life. Who is Red Panda? I know nothing about these particular sports ball athletes. I went seizure mode for sure.
The chat, yeah.
Yeah, the Red Panda is again just a unicycle riding China woman who apparently fell off her unicycle. So there we are. I do have a fun story for you that got sent to us by Red Fox Mad. So
okay.
This fun one is the government is suing a bunch of homeowners for cutting down trees.
I saw something about a neighbor being sued for millions by a city. I didn't think it was.
Well, here let's let. I think this is a local news. This is in King County, and the King County is.
Oh, that's in Washington.
Yeah.
The tree right over here that fell down the hill.
Alex Brown's trail camera typically picks up wildlife.
Lots of bears. Pretty much every day we see a bear or two coming by that camera up there. Bobcats, cougars, the occasional mountain lion.
But not this time.
To see a tree just
rocket
flying
by
down the hill like a javelin was pretty alarming.
When Brown went to check what happened, he found this. Cut stumps and broken branches scattered.
A few trees had been cut up there within the park boundary. A lot of them were still lying on that steep slope, which is certainly alarming to us living down here.
Yeah,
including neighbors like Caitlin McNeil.
See the hole.
Yeah, a bunch of people just cut a bunch of trees and pushed them down the slope.
Oh yeah, because don't worry about anyone hiking underneath or.
Do you want to guess who the homeowners were? Have you figured out how homeowners become involved in this yet?
Oh God.
And her son Julian. The rogue tree stopped just a few hundred feet from their home.
And it was just pretty scary because this is part of our regular little Julian loop that we, come and walk most days.
Brown alerted King County, triggering an investigation and eventual lawsuit. The county is seeking nearly $7 million in damages and alleges the homeowners did it to improve their view of West Tiger Mountain.
I imagine that they thought there was a very low probability of anyone finding out, right? It's like no one goes up to that specific area of the park.
Right, no one goes up to that part of the park. It's on a hillside. Look, if we just kick them down the mountain, it'll be fine.
Yep. No big deal. Gosh. Some people's children.
Right? But hey, at least
I don't want to know who these homeowners are because the grin on your face tells me
it would have been really hard for
piss me
someone
off.
to have known
You don't
that
meet
this
the
happened. And I
homeowners.
think the only reason we did is that we had that wildlife cam there.
We spoke with one of the homeowners named in the lawsuit. He told us he believes the work was legal and says it was done for his family's safety. But neighbors at the bottom of the hill remain
family's
skeptical.
safety.
right, because the dangerous trees.
Because they planted their home too close to the tree, and the tree was tall enough that if it were to blow over in a fire or in a storm, it would hit their house. They didn't build far enough back. That's what it is.
That's a pretty loose claim. But if that were true, you'd be able to take that up with the government. You'd be able to take that up with the government, but we're in danger. You'd be able to get those things approved. And hey, but like I said, it just so happens to be that even if there was a danger, they do get to also have an even better view of the mountain now.
Oh yeah.
That's so much damage.
And I noticed that, I don't know about you, with that aerial view, all those trees came from one spot.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There were other trees closer to the homes.
Done and consequently their view is improved, raises a lot of questions.
This is a civil lawsuit, but the King County Prosecuting Attorney's Office says that it's still possible for criminal charges to be filed against these homeowners, but those would have to be referred to them by the King County Sheriff's Office. In Issaquah, Bridget Chavez, King 5 News.
Wouldn't
So
have gone
nothing's
with
going to
Chavez.
happen.
Probably not. Like, they'll probably get fined by the county. See, there it went again. All right, so is it because if we go over here, let's go to video. Okay, so there's no chat box on this. That's what we got to fix.
So it's just catching up.
It's catching up. Where is the chat box? There we go. Chat box. Chat box. And then watch this. Did it go away?
Yeah, you took it off.
No, I didn't take it off. I didn't hit the button. I don't control these things. Then build your house somewhere where there is not an expectation that trees have a greater likelihood of falling. It's called assumed liability. Yeah, dude, these people are the ones at fault for all the shit that's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're going to get a slap on the wrist, maybe a fine, not going to help any of the people. But did that stop for you, or is it just me?
Did what stop?
Okay, it's just me. Everything stopped, like froze momentarily, but now it's back.
Okay.
So
wait, it freaked
if I
me out,
disappear
Digger.
again, I will just restart and come back again.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm now like, did it stop for you? And immediately I looked down. What's the KBS at? I'm like, oh, let's look over here. Was there a hole in that tree? No, there was no hole in the tree. It was just a tree. They slid it down the hill.
Johnny's exotic chainsaws.
Not even a little. Giant pandas mate primarily during their breeding season. Yep, not even important. Happy pre-4th of July, Johnny. Happy late Canada Day, Digger. Yay, there we go.
Thank
and
you.
Balls Deep telling me to check the PayPal. Let's check up on the PayPal. We linked the PayPal and the Venmo and the Streamlabs for people who want to support the program if they're having a good time. We're kind of winding things down because today is Wednesday. Tomorrow, of course, our last official show day this week. $17. Well, thank you. That puts that in there.
Thank you.
So we can roll
Thank you
that
very
off.
much.
We'll take the 15 off of here. Ah, no.
You know, if it didn't take so damn long to clear, it would be smart if we just took all of your money and you could. No, actually, no, that wouldn't work.
Now I'm doing math.
Yeah.
Life is hard enough as it is.
I was being a smartass and I realized you were thinking, and I probably shouldn't.
Yeah, you're a dick. Jigger. Today is Friday, says King Kong Dong. For some people, today might be Friday. For me, today is not Friday. Tomorrow's Friday.
Today is hump day.
God, I wish. When's your passport get here?
My passport's here.
Oh, then fuck, get a FedEx box. Let's make this happen. Can we ship you
If we were
Canada
just going to
freight?
FedEx, I didn't need a passport, silly. I got the passport so I could do it the right way.
Just find a crate
Like
and get a
normal people.
drone. Let's make this happen. I'm horny.
We can stream the whole thing.
Good God, no. I don't want
Make
people
enough-
seeing me
No,
bone.
well, put me in a crate with like food and
Oh,
and
I thought you
water
meant the
and-
humping
and we'll
part.
FedEx.
I didn't even,
and I'll
because
record
that's not
my
even
entire
legal.
trip.
Just because you're pretty on camera doesn't mean I want to be naked on screen.
You said anything about naked? I
You
said
said
I'd
you
sit in
wanted
a
to
crate and
film
get
it.
mailed. Not
It's a
that
weird,
part,
weird
silly.
day,
It's
guys.
the getting to you, not the gotten there part. Just the getting to you part.
No, it's
you
all about
fool.
the build up, eh? And then you're gonna cold cock them and blue ball them right at the end. Sorry, guys, I know you're about ready to flick your bean and watch it go into orbit, but we got to do this one in the off hours. Pew! Like that's just mean. That's why you got to do that to people. Why you got to be like that? I am.
Day is suck start Wednesday. All right, Fallen.
I hope not.
Bye.
I'm having a horrible couple of days, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't
why?
call it Suck Start Wednesday. I'm actually I'm finding ways to be excited despite my housing search getting off to a terrible start and everything else. I'm be excited, do stuff, move forward.
Yeah.
goal
By the
oriented.
way, anyone in the Minnesota area that knows of a
That's a horrible idea.
ground level
That's a horrible idea. Don't do that.
apartment
Don't do that.
that
No.
we need
You can't trust these people.
we need to hear
make
about
up
homes
pictures
that
of
are
billboards.
possible because this
Right.
it's freaking ridiculous.
Yeah, but
My
I'm just
God,
saying.
it's
How much time are we going to
It's
try?
rid-
How much time we're going to waste tracking down something that leads to nothing? Because it's just
dude, I will spend my time tracking down things that lead to nothing because everything's led to nothing so far. If you go down enough of those leads to nothing, something will eventually lead to something.
I'm just saying these are
And that did make sense.
ramps and
Well,
elevators.
no,
and be like,
but when we're saying genuinely anyone in the Minnesota
Yeah, and
area
again,
who
I
has
feel
a
like you-
wheelchair-friendly apartment for rent, please get a hold of us because we're having a lot of troubles.
anyways, so let's go ahead and get into something a little less fun.
Johnny's exotic apartment complex. There you go. That's what we need.
So there is an update on the Ohio firefighters and the perp. I don't know if I even want to cover the story. I feel like it's just going to be a problem. The fun part is I kept hearing that this was a white supremacist, like an Aryan nation kind of thing.
Doesn't look like it. I mean, just because he's wearing a fluffy piggy
Where is it?
toque doesn't mean he's a furry, but I don't know that he's
How did they
looking
report
very-
it? I know there was somewhere in this where they even said how they reported him as oh yeah. Twink
he was a
fanboy.
brony.
Yeah, they accused him of being a Nazi. Yeah, so again, suspected shooter showed Nazi tendencies in schools or in school. So this is the way that they tried to portray it. Suspected Idaho shooter showed Nazi tendencies in school. That was the clip I was
Okay.
looking for. But yeah, here's our culprit.
That's not.
You know,
That's
he
not
he was really big at the Nazi rallies. It's just again, they won't if it's not.
He's not even a furry. He's a brony.
It's again. It's just. It's
My
another.
God.
Isn't it a trans? No.
No.
This is just a
Thanks, Evie.
incredibly effeminate dude who has probably some confusion and issues, and that's how he chose to work them out, was to bait and switch some firefighters with a forest fire, or as I would like to call it, the worst thing I've ever fucking heard of doing. Thank you, Brian the Science, with $2. Let's make sure we've got everybody over here and we haven't missed anyone in the YouTube chat. How much are we looking at there? Doot. Boop. So
Colin will keep that in mind, but we're ideally finding a place that has a toilet, not a bucket. You know,
yeah, I'm not.
we're
really-
shooting for the stars here. We're hoping for a full bathroom, laundry, flat.
Again.
I know it's asking a lot.
Again, like I said. Anyway,
Not a bucket though. Bucket's not gonna cut it. Sorry.
Anyhow,
Thank you.
so yeah, the guy is again obsessed with guns, and apparently my good friend saw drawings of swastikas and guns in his notebook. Stanley said we were all pretty scared of him. Dieter Denon, who attended elementary, middle, and high school with Raleigh, also remembered the swastika drawing incident. Denon said he always thought Raleigh's comments and activity were just the actions of a kid being edgy. So yeah, I don't believe that this is I don't think he's yeah. Yeah, I don't have anything else to put on that. It's again, like, once again, it's one of the people where it's like, no, it's not. It's wrong to criticize these people or question them or think anything about it. We're just going to have them embrace this weird and different lifestyle of theirs. And then when they don't find companionship or community because they're a part of this incredibly niche thing, they go nuts. Oh, boy. But very much not the Nazi that was promised. I'm disappointed. No. Brony equals furry equals gay equals lip equals trans. Brian? I don't know that actually computes. Okay, that's your equation. Then build your house somewhere where there is not an expectation that trees have greater. Oh, we've already done that.
Right.
My chat
Right.
over here on the side. I need to scroll it down because it was not caught up, and I don't like it when it's not caught up. There we
And
go.
Fallen, I'm sorry. I do not think I'm bigger than you. I could use a bucket. We're just thinking of Johnny. It would be easier for him if there was an actual toilet. You know. That's all. I could take a bucket if I had to. I'm not better than you. I'm not trying to say that at all.
Okay.
SH is right. What kid didn't draw swastikas in their notebook? Practice
didn't-
drawing crosses, pentagrams, and those weird blocky S's. It doesn't
didn't-
mean anything.
Draw swastikas in my notebook. Why are you drawing swastikas in your notebook? All right.
I like doing the tiny little blob and then doing the blob around the blob and then the blob off the blob. Have you started the new one? Yeah.
What the hell?
That was me.
Yeah, and that was that clip from before, and I don't know why it came up that way. All right, so the other thing we have to do today, we have I have another movie trailer for you guys. So I don't know about this. You watched a lot of Disney Pixar movies growing up, didn't you? Or was that just me?
No.
You didn't, Johnny.
No.
You have a problem. I didn't what? We were just learning about World War II, says SH. Right? I learned it from watching you, Professor. So you didn't watch a lot of Disney Pixar movies. I did growing up, like Toy Story, and I know my nephew was like Cars and Ants and a lot of them. Like I've seen a lot of Disney Pixar movies.
I know Ants really affected my nephew. His name is Lucas too, and he felt so bad when the Lucas in the movie stomped on the ants. And how he felt so bad. He spent like a month walking very, very gingerly everywhere outside in case he didn't want to step on an ant because it was just so mean. He didn't realize he was killing things. It was sweet. It was adorable. And it probably has messed him up for the rest of his life.
Wow. Now I don't know how I feel about this story after that revelation.
Yeah.
Well, there is a film that just came out from Disney Pixar, and it's called Elio, I guess. Elio. You may not have heard of it because apparently there hasn't been much marketing for it.
Okay.
And feel free to suggest why you think that might have been while I continue down this. Elio was released, and apparently it was directed by a man named Adrian Moliana, who wrote the main character, Elio, an 11-year-old boy, as a, quote, queer-coded character. I should also mention the director's
Queer-coded?
Queer-coded character. According to multiple insiders, Elio initially was portrayed as a queer-coded character reflecting original director Adrian Molania's identity as an openly gay filmmaker. Other sources say that Melania did not intend the film to be a coming-out story, as the character is only 11. But either way, the characterization gradually faded away throughout the production process as Elio became more masculine following feedback from leadership. And they started pretty much this dude... All right, I'm going to just cut this story down to the meat and bones of it. This director wrote a story influenced in his personal life about growing up openly gay. So he made a story about a character that was openly gay. But when he took that story to like the panels to see if they would preview panels, like screenings. When they took it to preview panels and screenings, it came back and like nobody would go and see it. So they started kind of just cutting down the gay parts and the environmentalist parts that people were like, yeah, I just didn't really care for this. And so they started like, hey, let's generify it, make it more palatable for the masses and send it out, to the point where the director got canned. They got rid of the director. And then they just like...
They got rid of the director, then they wrote him out of his story.
Well, it's not his story, but it's largely based on him. Yes. They took and so what you have now is a quasi-gay character, and it turns out like, and this is you could say whatever you want for this, but I feel like this is very telling for people who obsess on their sexuality as their identity. They took that part out of the movie, and do you want to guess what the biggest problem and complaint and criticism of the movie is now?
There's no movie. What's
There's
the
no
plot?
point. There's no plot.
Yeah.
So it turns out being gay was the plot. The character doesn't, like, coming out as gay was the whole point of the movie. That everyone's like, yeah, it just doesn't really feel like it has a point. It's just a dude. Yeah. There's no point. And it's like, right, because apparently when you're a movie maker or a storyteller and you're gay, being gay is the entire story. To the point where when people get uncomfortable with your story because it's so gay, they're like, oh, let's tone down the gay and just drop out the gayness. If you had an actual story happening and the gay part was a side feature, you'd still have a story.
Fine. Yeah.
But again, it was the whole story. So I want to see the trailer for this movie. It's apparently doing horrible in box office. It's cost 150 to 200 million to make. Do you want to guess what it's so far grossed domestically?
I don't know. Nothing.
20 million.
Oof.
Gross.
Oof.
Gross.
Oh no.
Okay, come and get me.
You okay?
I'm trying to get abducted by aliens.
Elio!
Skipping school!
I don't know if this is boundary testing or sleep regression or... Which one of these is you?
I don't know, but I think that one is you.
My son, are you prepared to become the greatest war machine in the universe?
I don't know.
Your life isn't up there, Elio. You need to make friends.
Why does he only have one eye? What's with the eye patch?
I don't know.
I got questions.
Just want to belong somewhere. So
I really like the
aliens
colander
listening, please
helmet.
come and get me. Okay, bye. I love you. It's really happening.
We search the universe
For the dreamers and stargazers
like you.
This is awesome!
Are you gonna eat me?
What? Ew. Oh, no. My name's Elio. Well, what's your name? No one's ever asked me my name before. I'm Glorden. Back home, I didn't fit in. I thought Earth was the problem. But what if it's me? Well, I like you, and you seem fine to me. I never had a friend before. Me neither.
Yeah, but apparently the gay parts are the entire movie. So I don't know what else is happening.
I am Qui-Gon, prepared to be conquered.
But I just got here.
Perhaps one of us could talk to Lord Qui-Gon.
I am shy.
I'll do it.
What a heroic figure.
I'm finally fitting in, and now
So yeah, nobody's heard of this movie, and it's not doing well. This looks
All
fucking
right.
stupid, dudes. It's saying Caesar. Yeah, I wasn't playing it thinking it was the greatest movie of all time. In fact, I think I opened this whole story with the movie doesn't have a point, and it kind of the only point that was in it got taken out of it. Thank you for being on the page. Joss Whedon has more cake than Jenna Jameson, and he writes stories that make sense and have a point.
I was gonna blow everyone up. My friends need our help.
You made a friend?
Just give me a call.
You will feel my wrath. Glorden?
Hi, Dad. I'm a bargaining chip. No, say the other thing. Oh, help me, Father. Quiet, you.
What does that unholy sound? Stop!
These are the lava tunnels. Gordon, I am not fireproof. Why didn't you say something? Gordon! Just get in my mouth. It's actually kind of comfy in here. It is? I've never been in there.
All right. Anyways.
Right. The only thing that made me laugh in that entire thing was reading the chat and seeing Jelly sing Celine Dion songs to you.
Oh.
I have no idea what the purpose of that.
Oh, I
movie
thought you were
was.
laughing at the movie and thought it was like cute or interesting. I either way, I was playing it just to see it. I haven't heard about this movie, but apparently, like I said, it's screened poorly. It's doing poorly. It's cost them a bunch of money, and like, I hate to have to say this, but you should have let it be the fucking
The gay thing.
gay
that it
coming out
was?
thing that it was.
Yeah.
That would have probably been better. It'd still suck. It'd still gross poorly, domestically and everything else, and then especially abroad. But yeah, so I don't know. That's again the new Pixar movie. I'm disappointed overall.
Fun.
All right, gay, super gay, says King Kong Dong. Well, actually, no, they took those parts out. A story about not fitting in, finding people, quote unquote, aliens you relate to, growing comfortable with yourself, and gaining confidence. The ad has the basics for a decent kids movie. Well, yeah, it has the basics for a decent kids movie, but again, like I said, they apparently built a story around a part of it and took it out. Now it doesn't work that way. Poor Freddy, says 2B Flair. I don't know who Freddy is.
That was the kid's name.
Oh.
No, it wasn't the kid's name. The
His
kid's
name's
name
Elio.
was Elo, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's Elio.
So who is Freddy? I don't know. I saw poor Freddy and I assumed that was the kid's
Needed
name.
a total rewrite. Well, that's the thing. They didn't want it. They wanted to Snow White it. They wanted to just fix it at the end after it got, again, clusterfucked by a ideal, which apparently wasn't even the original ideal in the thing anyway. So guys,
Hey, double meanness.
I'll play this a little bit quick. The Houthis have released a video to warn us that as Americans we're in danger.
Uh-oh.
Because they'll jump on top of the motorcycles and then they'll
ride slowly towards
There's
us.
Guys, we're in danger. They are mounted motorcycle riding. Like, as long as you can't walk at a brisk pace, we are in trouble. And if you stand really still while they carefully balance on the back of these motorcycles, they'll shoot at you.
Yeah.
Is it funny to me that this isn't threatening at all? Is it funny? I don't think this is threatening. So they're unloading massive amounts of artillery. They're getting the occasional hit. Again, while they're mounted on motorcycles, oh, what will we do? Uh-oh. America, we're in danger. This doesn't look like, is this supposed to be like this is supposed to be well coordinated and intimidating. So we're in trouble. We're in danger. That's the idea. Artillery, ammunition, Johnny, ammunition, whatever. Fuck off. Brian's never happy. To be Flair, give vibes of Squid Games meets Mad Max. That is true. Freddy was my grandma's dog. They're both dead now, says Chevy JP. That's horrible. Why did we just watch the animated trailer for a movie based on Aaron's childhood imagination, says Mad Max Markin. That's horrible. Well, that was not it at all. It's about a dude that was secretly gay. And he had no other way to understand he was gay. So yeah, that is supposed to be intimidating. I guess they don't know about us having drones. Let's Red
Scoper was saying long sticks to push them over. That's basically all
we
you
could
need.
make.
It's like the meme where you're
We
putting
need-
the stick in the spikes of your own.
We need spares.
bicycle.
Spares as big as a man. Maybe twice as big. Some men are bigger than others. All right, I want to look this up. I want to see what happens when you go to YouTube and you type in U.S. military drones.
Brian would be happy if you were ever in the mood anymore, Johnny, says SH. Brian says, I'm happy sometimes, just not right now. Oh, Brian, I'm sorry.
All right, so again.
This is an MQ-9 Reaper drone.
Right, guys.
Easily distinguished
They've
from
got
other
guys on
aircraft
motorcycles.
by its opaque canopy. That's because the pilot sits here, even as this Reaper flies over the high plains of New Mexico. This portable
However will
container
we
is
deal
called a
with these
ground
motorcycle
control
riding people? We have remote control airplanes. I cannot wait for the redneck response video. Yeah, that's what we need. We need a couple of just some good old boys. Like, we just need some dudes with some 4x4s and some trucks with Gatling guns on the back. Like, hey, we coming for you, Houthies. America! And then, boom. Looks like the Duke boys are at it again. Like, there we go. Like, that's what we need. That's what we need. So, again, I'm not very worried about the Houthis release on Twitter. Saying America beware. I think
we'll be okay with that one.
They're riding motorcycles
very, very slowly
with another fighter on the back. Like, again, like the fighter on the back makes no sense, because if you're gonna have a fighter on the back, shouldn't he be riding on it? Less of a profile to get hit by enemy fire. Because the very fun thing about that little drill they pulled there, those flat metal posts don't shoot back.
Right.
And I imagine if you hit the rider or the person steering, that bike goes down. Like, because once the rider falls off, you're going to throw the bike's weight off really bad. I don't think it's going to work. That was like the Venezuelan military trying to scare the USMC, miming firing at Marine and US and using bayonets. So scary as the Marines melt everyone. Yeah, I don't know if you noticed that. We got bombs and shit. Just like, I mean, it's weird. Like, I'm not in the military or anything, but I saw that video and I was like, you guys, you do know who you're trying to pick a fight with, right? Like, I just, oh God, did they release more videos? Oh shit, they released more videos. Dear Lord. They released more videos.
Oh no.
We're in trouble, guys. Because they're carrying two different machine guns. So, you know, this is totally something soldiers really do on real battlefields and not at all an over-dramatization that you've only seen in movies. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. When you have to imitate Rambo, I'm not worried. Like, that's all I'm saying. I'm not concerned. It's a motorcycle, says Bird Collector.
The Grand Poobah is saying you could probably find at least 5 guys who can shoot that good from a bike at Stoney's right now.
Probably.
And they could do it while holding a beer.
Absolutely true. He just got done watching Rambo. Yeah, Mr. Q, everyone. PKMs, nice. Yeah. It does look like fun shooting those. I'm not going to lie. It looks like a whole lot of fun shooting those. And if it was just, you know, the Houthis or the Yemen military, whatever you want to call them, if it was just them doing it like, hey, look, we're having fun with firearms, like, okay, that's one thing. But the whole, like, we'll take out America and Israel, and this is how we're going to do it. And it's like, yeah, I don't know if you know this or not. That ain't going to work.
Yeah.
And I'm not even saying that I believe in America. No, I'm saying that with a level of concern for you. Please don't try. You're going to get hurt, and I'm going to feel bad. Don't do it. Don't do it. Why was he aiming into the sky? Because he's dumb. King Kong Dong, is this a piss poor 70s action film? Right? It very much has that feel. License plate to the Humvee reads Sylvester. Thank you, Saint Aaron. Oh boy. So yes, guys, the Yemens are coming and we're in danger. The British are coming. The British are coming. Let's grab the merch site. Let's grab the other thing we need to grab.
Yay.
And put that up there. Did we get all of those? Yeah, we did. Firefighters movie.
SH, I'll give him credit for confidence and bravery, I guess. I don't know how confident and brave they'll be when they're coming up on the drones, but you know.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know if you noticed or not. Most Reaper drones operate at a height that you won't see them. Like, that's the scariest part, is that the Reaper drone, you don't hear it or see it once it's struck. Like it hits you.
Video, and perhaps you saw
way
this on
after.
social media.
Way after.
Mhm.
When you said the Yemens are coming, it sounded like there was a delicious seasonal cookie being released. They don't sound very intimidating. Well, the bad news is they don't look very intimidating either. But oh God, did they feel? You know what they remind me of? They remind me of toy dogs. Like, have you ever seen toy dogs? Like a Doberman Pinscher Chihuahua mix kind of deal?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Like little toy dogs. Little toy dogs have the biggest balls on the block because they run up to everything and get in its face because they never ever get like talked down because everyone looks at them like, I can fucking football you across the field. Like even big dogs. I had a dog that my parents took care of, and actually a Doberman Pinscher, ironically enough. And that dog loved to fuck with cats. And cats, like toy dogs, in my childhood home, had grown up with a level of immunity from persecution. So they felt confident kind of cucking out all the dogs. So this dog came onto the scene and they learned, oh no, that's not the case. Because one cat stood his ground when he came running. The rest retreated. He grabbed that cat, shook it, and flung it so damn far. And from that point on, the rest were like, guys, the truce is over. There is no safe corner. And so, like, but toy dogs would run up to him. Like, in his final years when we moved up to St. Cloud, toy dogs would run up to him and he'd look at him. He's like, you realize I can actually fucking eat you. He wasn't a vicious dog, but he would play aggressive. He would be aggressive. He literally looked at these like, I'm just impressed that you dare to fucking speak to me. Like, that's the way he looked at them. Toy dogs. That's what those people remind me of. Like, oh, no, as soon as they meet someone who doesn't give a shit that it's a toy dog, they're going to learn. And it's going to suck. Couch Scam Sam apparently saw your cat once. Say that's a nice kitty right there. That's such a good quote.
It's
AP, what's AP's quote? Oh, that's a nice kitty right there. Yeah, dude. I have nice kitties. I don't know where they're at. We'll find them later. Speaking of kitties, I actually have to once again remind everyone I'm attempting to raise money because
A cripple needs a crib because he's broke.
there's a GoFundMe and I'll put the link in the chats right now. If you want to share that link, I would appreciate it. We're trying to get a house or an apartment or just some sort of living situation. And the news in that front is right now, that and I can't seem to find one. So we're doing what we can. I'll put these up here. So hopefully we'll get there. We're currently 37% on our goal on that. So that is awesome. If you can help out, cool. If you could just share the link on your social medias. That's all we ask. All right, there we go. Back up and up. The dog I was most scared of as a kid was a Chihuahua. The labs were sweet. Oh, dude, our golden retriever Cody was just the fucking nicest dog. Just the nicest puppy dog. His whole life, he was just a good puppy. Try link again. I'm getting a loading error. What?
Yeah, it's because it says FWUND.
Oh, no.
Is that the problem?
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah.
I must have fucking fat fingered it at some point.
Yeah, in the Rumble one as well.
Yeah, because it changed it on my sheet. And
Oh, okay.
I don't know how I did that, but let's
You
do
mean
that.
you're so slick, you have it someplace ready to go that you can just copy paste?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a wonderful idea. I have to scramble and find it and type it out manually every time.
Yeah, it's really inconvenient to do that, I found, so I do it this
It
way.
is. Yeah. Okay.
All right, so there, that link is fixed. Thank you for pointing that out. Hover announced that. Tubi Flare. Thank you, Tubi Flare. I appreciate that. Even if it's just to help share it and to make sure it has the right link. That's very helpful. Thank you. I might have to go grab water here soon. It is 2:40, which holy shit means we have about an hour and 45 left in the show.
Pardon me.
Nice.
Would you have any Grey Poupon?
Fettuccine.
I love Fettuccine jumping in with the stickers. That is one thing I miss about the audience having shifted over from Twitch is like the stickers are always so fun. Like the sticker thing.
Mhm.
And the best part about the sticker app, I would pay for this service if it required a monthly subscription because they keep adding new stickers. They keep adding new stickers. The Grey Poupon one's new. They're all fun, and it's a good time out. It's hot as balls out, says Mr. Q. Yeah, why do you think I'm down in a basement enjoying it while I can? Eventually, I'm going to have to live somewhere where we can't.
I love the sound of the cat. It's just, it's like he's telling you off as he's slapping you.
And now you're just giggling at the cat slapping me.
Yes. Yes, I appreciate it.
It's childish. It's just childish.
Very, very,
Very childish. Thank you, Fettuccine El Poo Poo, for that second sticker and 100 bits. We really enjoy that. She especially does, if you can't tell, laughing her sweet tease off.
Yeah, it's 91 degrees here right now. And it's almost 1.
91 degrees? Dear Lord, woman. Like right here, right now. Right here, right now. It's 84. So
Fahrenheit. Yeah, 91.4 degrees Fahrenheit. It's because it's 33 right now. 33 Celsius.
So I'm guessing with the 84, it would be somewhere like, say, around 25, 26 Celsius.
84 Fahrenheit to Celsius is, 28.888. So, yeah.
So that's not too far off. So that's weird. You were saying temperatures were fairly similar, but you were operating on Celsius numbers, weren't you? Because I'm hearing Fahrenheit numbers where I'm like, you're like, oh, it's about the same temperament where you are as where I am. And I'm hearing shit, and I'm thinking, no.
Well, it was the other day.
It's awful
It was
hot
the other day.
Chameleon saying, wow, it's only
It's
87
definitely
Florida.
more humid for you. So I don't care what the internet says. It's way more humid where you are than where I am. 'Cause
How do
it's
you know that? You've
lovely
never
here.
been here. Making
The
you feel
truth.
now.
Well, no, I'm sure Minnesota's a lovely place.
It's a dry heat,
It's
man, says St.
that are here.
It's a dry heat. Speaking of...
See? It's normal. Oh, it's summertime. Oh my goodness.
I love that you open a
just so
curtain
bright
and you
out
start
there.
glowing like you're irradiated.
I know, and I'm tanned. I've actually got a tan, and it's still, I glow.
So in speaking of finding a place, this story came to mind. There is a Massachusetts mansion, and it is available at auction, but it comes with a squatter.
Okay.
So I get like, and you can't kick out squatters apparently. So like, you buy this house at auction, you have to deal with the fact that someone just lived.
How
I
big
kind
is
of
the
want to.
mansion?
I don't know, but I'm starting to think maybe I don't need to find a place to live. Maybe I just need to find a place to squat.
Yeah, why don't we go check out this mansion and see if we can't squat on the bottom floor, on the ground
Right?
level?
Way back in the 1900s, a man named Andrew Preston had started the Boston Fruit Company, which later became the United Fruit Company. Now, this is
Oh.
where we're about to touch on my childhood. Do you know what the United Fruit Company became? Chiquita.
Okay.
Chiquita banana. As it turns out, the Banana Empire enabled Preston to build this huge mansion in Wenham, Massachusetts, and we'll show you a video of it in a little bit.
Oh, cool.
Commonly referred to as the White House of the North Shore. The Preston Mansion is a 15,000 square foot neo-Georgian brick mansion that boasts 22 rooms, including 9 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms, an impressive 12-foot ceilings, an indoor pool, an outdoor pool, gardens, a 3-car garage, a 2-car garage, and 33 acres of land. It can be yours to own. It can be yours to own via auction thanks to a foreclosure by its last owner. It comes with a long list of demands, including $75,000 down and a willingness to buy the mansion without looking inside. That's bad news.
Oh, yeah. No, thank you.
This is because the lucky winner will also acquire the squatter who lives in the mansion. And right now, Massachusetts laws favor squatters over owners. Oh, dear Lord. Again, like, I'm like, dude, I thought this was America. How do you have the money to buy that mansion and not the money to hire someone to get rid of that squatter? Because no offense, I don't feel like there's going to be a whole bunch of people going, where's that guy that was freeloading off of you? Where did he disappear to? And, dude, you have to buy the mansion and the 30 acres of property that it rests on. Plenty of places to hide the body.
I love this idea. 30 acres.
I literally have a problem.
What a beautiful building.
Right. I have a problem with the fact that somebody could buy this, but they're not allowed to go in because someone else just decided to sit in it.
Look, there's all sorts of side buildings.
Yeah. I'm guessing this is where, the bedrooms and stuff are up on the top floor. I'm guessing you've got your pool here. You've got an outdoor pool over here somewhere. There's one of the car garages. I'm guessing there's another car garage over here.
Oh, lovely. And they're keeping up the ground somewhat.
Oh, dude, it's got like 2
Like
greenhouses.
it's shaggy, but it's not.
It's
not
got 2
overgrown.
beautiful greenhouses that get perfect exposure from midday to afternoon. That's just ideal grow rooms right there.
I know.
And they got another greenhouse right here. Like a full day greenhouse that needs some serious love.
I could turn
dear Lord.
that into a home. I could live in that.
Yeah, and everyone could see your business.
Well, obviously, I wouldn't leave it all glass, but
why don't you just leave it all glass? I'm just saying, if you can afford the property, why don't you just leave it all glass and turn this into a greenhouse? No offense, just keep this as the greenhouse it is.
Oh, the colored glass inside it must look phenomenal when the sun is shining through.
Remember,
how many of
comes
these
with
houses are
squatter.
a part of it?
None of them.
Where is the property line?
I'm guessing the property line is this stuff. This is probably not involved. 30,000 acres? I have no idea.
It probably curves along that.
It probably curves along here.
green.
It comes out this way because I'm guessing this house might have part of this, but it's like in this area somewhere. Again, it's, you know,
75,000 to be fair.
75,000. You need 75,000 as an down, and then you have to be willing to buy the mansion without seeing it on the inside, because you really can't go inside because there's a squatter living there.
So they want more than 75,000.
Yeah. Well, that's to get into the auction. You have to put $75,000 down to be allowed into the auction, and then it's bidding after that. And if you win, it's your 75 plus. But again, all of this is after the fact that once you buy said property, you get to decide how to convince the squatter to leave, because right now, regardless of the amount of money you put down for it, the squatter gets to live there.
Has the right. Yeah. Well, see, and that's why, again, I'm thinking, fuck buying it. Let's just go and squat too. I mean, there's more than enough space. I'm sure the OG squatter wouldn't mind sharing one of the outbuildings. I'm sure. I mean, we would never even have to see one another. No. And it would help him because it would be harder to get 2 squatters out than it is to get just one.
And one of them's legs don't work. He's just it's not even that he goes limp. He just starts that way.
He doesn't want to be here. He just hasn't ever been able to leave.
I'm not even supposed to be here today. Sainer and pool the money together with 21 others. Fuck, dude. I'm just telling you, man, if I dropped what I imagine could easily get to a couple million for that estate, I'd be like, yeah, dude, I paid a couple million for this place. If you don't think I am above paying someone, like a couple tens of grand to make sure you're not here when I come back. Like, no questions asked. Like, I'm like, hey, man, this money's up for dibs. I'm going to give you this money. When that person's not here, you get paid. That's what I'm doing. Like, I'm fine with it. You like I cannot say how much I detest squatters. Like, solely because the system doesn't fucking punish them at all. Like, if you could be arrested for squatting, punished for it if it were a crime. Like, I don't like people that are actually owing and paying property taxes, electric bills, and things like that for somebody else just because the state's like, meh, but it's hard to figure out ownership and Again, it's
Wild's got a great idea. She says, buy the place, then tent the place for the bug exterminator. Just forget to tell the squatter.
No, I'm going to tell the squatter. And be like, we're fumigating.
Get out
And changing the locks. And don't worry, the fumigators are accompanied by, again, assuming you have the money to buy that place, you have the money to hire armed security for a day to guard the fumigators and to kick the squatter out and change the locks on all the doors. And then the squatter goes, this place is mine. Be like, no. I bought it at auction. My name's on the deed. I gave you no permission to be here. Well, I have a note from the former owner, and it's like, that's the problem is we can't have clear deed and titles. Like, no, the former owner wrote me this letter, and see, I've had mail delivered here, and it gets so caught up in the fucking lower circuit court system. Yeah, but they don't pay the taxes half the time.
No, I know. I was just adding because of the lady with the FEMA trailer. But I paid the taxes here. It must be my house because I paid the taxes.
Oh yeah. That's another one. Well, those people are borderline squatters.
Yes.
And I have the same feeling about them as I do about all squatters. Like, I don't know, put them on the hook for switching the title over and everything, or fucking tell them to pack up and go. I'm fighting like hell to find an apartment. So, we have a couple other stories did we load up our second hour already? I think we did. All right.
I cannot see that part, so I'll have to take your word for it.
I'm looking we loaded up our second hour stories. So we're on our second hour stories. We have an hour and a half left to go, as usual. As is usual. 30-day notice, but if you burn the house down or threaten to, they'll leave. The U.S. knows how to deal with squatters.
I like the anti-squatter squatters. They're a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But again, like I said, for me, I would be like a week beforehand. You let them know that next week they're tenting the house and they're fumigating. Hope you don't stay in there. Like, and then we're changing the locks and that's it. Like, I'm sorry, your free ride's over.
Yeah.
I'd want to punch the shit out of somebody if they were squatting in my home. If nobody owns it, I don't give a fuck. Like, if it's just an empty mansion, I don't give a shit. But if you're squatting in a home that's sold and somebody else bought it, you're squatting in someone else's home, I have a fucking problem there. It doesn't matter if, they've got money in multiple homes. Like, it doesn't matter. That's still, it's a moral fabric thing. If the fabric has deteriorated this much, it's time to throw out the garment. And this garment is human society, by the way. So I'm just saying. Johnny telling me how to handle a squatter from his ex-wife's basement is absolute perfection. Peak YouTube. I'm not squatting. I pay rent.
Yeah.
Again, like, from his ex-wife's basement. You do know that she lives here too, and I actually chip in on the bills. This is no different from renting anywhere else, except I'm renting it from my ex-wife. You know what? I'm just sitting here squatting because after I leave here, I'm going to pay rent somewhere else. Wait, what? It's actually going to cost my ex-wife.
Squatters can't prove their citizenship. I like that too.
Wasn't for a time Megan Fox and MGK were squatters. That's even worse. By the way, Chat GPT RE97 and serve. 1, serve a notice to quit. 2, file a summary process eviction lawsuit in housing court and relevant district court. 3, court hearing. You must prove your legal ownership. Yeah, but it's getting through those processes.
Yeah.
4, if you win, obtain a writ of execution issued by the court. Gives 48 hours for the occupant to vacate. 5, enforce the writ. Yeah, it's a process.
Yeah. And every single step is rife with difficulties. Nothing works easily. I would try and strike up a bargain with the squatter. Look, dude, I take this half of the mansion. You take that half of the mansion.
Why should they strike up a bargain with the squatter? If they paid a shit ton of money for it, the squatter better be paying.
Me. I'm talking me. I don't care. I can't afford to buy it, but I think it would be a smart deal for someone to,
Yeah, let's just go to New York
up
and
a
see if we can all
sharesies
start
sort of
squatting in
deal.
a mansion. Yeah, all right.
Look at the size of that mansion. How many people can squat in there happily?
Yeah, but most of the time squatters don't take
care of. We could
Yeah,
in
dude,
one fell
that's the-
swoop. We
yeah,
can take
dude.
care of all the homeless people. Just shove them in the empty mansions.
You realize
It'll
they're going
work.
to turn to shit in a heartbeat. Like that's
but
the
who cares?
downside to squatters is they
They're
don't
in
give a
their
fuck
areas.
about the property because they don't need to.
Yeah, but they're in their area. That's a big, huge area. We'll never have to deal
Oh
with
dear
them.
Lord, the whole house will go down.
If they get too uppity, we can just fence them in.
Rats breed and spread, asshole. It's going to be a problem.
Yeah, I usually have to pay them to leave, says a queef in the night. Great name, by the way.
That's what they call cash for G's. Johnny, go squat in Tim Walls' house. Yeah, no, I don't want to.
Hey, Ryan Dirty Llama, good to see you.
Or a good eviction attorney. It's just got to get baked into the expected cost. I would fight that dude so hard. My dude and I are about to have a fight, squatters, to get them out of his mom's house. Oh, dear Lord.
Jeez.
Again, like I said, I don't like squatters that squat in somebody else's home. And I love that someone immediately equated that to me paying rent to live in a basement. Like, yeah, just you. I was like, dude, you realize the squatters don't pay to. And the big part, they're there without permission. The whole idea was mine and my ex's for the longest time because then I help her with the bills and I'm near my kid. Like, what the fuck, man? Alrighty. Anyways.
Alligator Alcatraz.
Oh,
That's
dude.
Brian.
Well, we have Alligator Alcatraz to talk about. Oh, we have an AI video of Alligator Alcatraz. You know, I love the camera angle, the way I have it cut, because that looked hilarious. You looked like you licked something off screen. Like you just licked the bottom of the screen. You're like, funny. All right, I've been following this story for a little bit.
I like licking screens. What can you do?
Okay. So UPenn, as many people know, has a very famous athlete who has been rife with media attention. Leah Thomas has apparently now the University of Pennsylvania is now going to revoke all of Leah Thomas's records and apologize to the athletes, the female athletes, to avoid a Title IX violation and the penalties there incurred, namely the revocation of federal funding.
So he loses his awards and medals and everything. The women get an apology from him, and that's it.
Yeah.
What about the women whose life goals and careers that they had been working on, that they all lost out on scholarships and Olympic hopefuls and
sacrificed on the altar of justice?
My bad.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Oops.
We'll just go back over all of the records and we'll go, you know who was second? That person was first. You know who was third? They're now second. You know who was fourth? They're now third. You know who was fourth? Yeah, we already covered it. Dumbass. So yeah, we'll just bump everybody up.
It doesn't matter because everything, all the scholarships, everything disappeared. And now no one gets it. He literally.
And I don't think they're like going to go to Leah Thomas like personally, but give back the medals. It's just now your medals are no longer technically valid.
Yeah.
So, but
the medals matter at all. It's the fact that he.
Oh yeah, it's Mr. Q. He doesn't have to apologize.
Whole life career.
It's the school itself that has to apologize to the women. The school that told the women to keep their mouths shut, to not complain, to shut up and go along with. They're the ones that have to apologize. But the part that I love about this is this school was so like, oh, well, we're doing this because it's the right thing to do. And then the minute they lose their money, oh boy, did they change. They threatened, they howled, they fucking screamed to to the rooftops that they wouldn't go along with this, and it doesn't matter what the president says or whatever. But as soon as the federal government's like, no, you're violating Title IX, we're enforcing the strict rule about it for fairness in sports, and if you're letting a dude compete with women, we ain't paying. And they went, oh, let us edit these titles real quick.
Yeah. That's wonderful.
I mean, Riley Gaines will never have her professional athlete career that she aimed for, but at least she's a social media star now, right? That counts.
Yeah. Oh, great.
All right.
That's going to last.
I think he should be forced.
Hey, I see Kyle. Hi, Kyle. How you doing?
Leah Thomas needs to give back my boner. Yeah, dude. Just walking around in the fucking ladies' locker room with it, just displaying it all gross and shit.
Yeah, that's another thing too. They had to put up with him.
Oh,
and
yeah.
his boners.
That's my fun. That's my favorite part about the whole Leah Thomas is trans thing. So Leah Thomas is trans, but still publicly attracted to women, has lower half male genitalia. So in other words, I'm just a dude, but I want to be a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm trans for my sport, and that's it.
That's what it was. And that's why I got so mad. Because as a hockey player in my high school days, I would have gotten pissed at anyone that wanted to it. Now, if you change up to a higher level of competition where you have to rise up to that level, that's fine. But if you go from somewhere where without any actual change in your performance, you were in the 400s and now you're at the top of the no, I'm sorry. You just went and chose an easier fucking, and if that was you switched weight classes or something, all right, fine, but this is no, I went and competed against the chicks, and it's no, that's not okay. And I'm with AP for the whole oh, I'm trans, I identify as a woman, do you still have the twig and berries? Because I'm not okay with that. Then if you want to use their restrooms and everything else, at the very least I want to make sure you don't have that part. You have to have some skin in the game, as I love to say. Behold, my lady penis. Don't you look away, you bigot. Oh. Well, anyhow, so that happening now, UPenn has agreed to apologize for allowing Leah Thomas to compete against the women's swimming team, on the women's swim team. They will also
them so much.
Vacate all of Thomas's records and restore them to the women who earned them.
How many years later?
Well, this is a couple years after
at
the fact.
least a year. Yeah, I'm saying
The University of Pennsylvania has entered into a resolution agreement to comply with Title IX of the Education Amendments of 1972. The University of Pennsylvania had been found in violation of Title IX by the DOE's Office for Civil Rights, as they had been allowing men to compete against women and beat them. So what if they competed against women and lost? Do we just not care?
Well, then it's okay. Yeah, then it's okay.
So Leah Thomas could have done all this. So you would have just sucked. Just could have had it all if you would have just been horrible at your job. So we've got 3 stories left in our second hour stuff. We've got an hour and a half left in the show. So we might get to that third hour stuff. Lady Penis is a great name for a female punk band. Actually, I kind of like that.
You're not wrong. Yeah.
I'm coming to see Lady Penis sounds like, no, oh shit, someone's going to clip that. No, that's, I literally finished saying it and I heard myself saying the phrase. I didn't mean it that way. And I'm like, I just saw someone just and clip, and I'm just like, fuck. Just, Dave Thomas was trans. No, Dave Thomas was not trans. Leah Thomas, I don't think Leah Thomas's original name was Dave. Either way, it has nothing to do with Wendy's. So
you leave Wendy out of it.
Is Leah still identifying as Leah now that the awards have to be returned? I would bet that change is going to happen when they fade away from the public eye.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, but here's where I'd have, ironically enough, a little bit of respect for Leah Thomas. If it got dropped immediately, the whole thing, oh, well, fuck this then. And then the next day, buzz cut, fucking back crew cut hair, back to full dude, just chatting it up like a motherfucker. And then be like, man, you took the awards. At least I still get all the sweet locker room memories, right, bro? And just be a total fucking cringe Chad that thinks that kind of shit is cool. And then, like, again, that's where I'd be like, all right, little bit of respect. This asshole was literally just playing a game and at least has the balls to show all of us that that's what it was. But I don't think we'll get that.
Was, yeah.
You look like cosplay Wendy's Digger, says Kyle.
Oh, thank you.
So if we get you like an
I'll
dress
take it.
with a bonnet and pigtails.
Doesn't have a bonnet, does she? She's just got the high.
Oh yeah, never mind.
Frilly ruff.
Yeah, it's just the collar.
Because the high frilly ruff, it actually says mom.
Really?
Yeah, you look at it.
So she's a child bride?
No, they're trying to make people think like this is mom's home cooking.
Well, yeah, but I always thought of
idea.
Wendy's like Wendy was a little girl.
Oh, I never thought of her as a little girl,
Mm.
but not mom. Which is
Yeah.
yeah. They don't.
I just,
It's a whole big thing. I watched a documentary on advertising
Why?
and the little subconscious things that they do. It was very interesting.
As we value your call.
Thank you for that.
thank you, Fettuccine El Poop. Do you still get residuals from playing Roz in Monsters Inc., Johnny? I wasn't in there, Los. But thank you. Thank you for the suggestion. Wait, can't gingers cook soul food? No, you have to have a soul for that. Oh, shit. See, I told you. It was a matter of time. Clipped over on
Oh,
Twitch.
thank you, Saint Aaron.
Oh, the audio doesn't. It's automatically muted. Here, let's fix that.
That's it again.
I'm coming to see Lady Penis sounds like no. Oh shit! Someone's gonna clip that. No. Yeah, dude. It'd be better if you didn't have the clip
I'm
part.
coming to see. Well, come on. He's working fast. Working real fast, I'm sure.
Coming to see Lady Penis. It's not a good phrase. Okay. We have 3 things left. What the turn into Silva? Thumper and Thuckatad. We have 3 stories left to talk about. I watched a documentary on Chris Watts, and I was like, no more documentaries for me. I don't know who Chris Watts is. So
Chris Watts, he murdered his wife and 2 girls because the wife was pregnant with the third, and he had a
that's fucked up.
Yeah, he actually did a lot of weird stuff. A lot of weird
AP
stuff other than
pointing out she's Dave's adopted daughter. Never noticed the mom thing. I watched. All right, so either way, the mom thing is creepy. I don't use that clip featured much, so yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
I thought it was 30 acres. I don't know what we're talking about now over there. Wild Saffron in the Rumble chat. Thank you for being here on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. We have an hour and a half left in the program, so we've got that. We've publicized everything else. I'm going to double check the funds quick, and then we'll get back into some stories and stuff. Have you been keeping any sort of an eye on New York's like mayoral candidate prospects coming up?
I just know that they're trying to bring. The Democrats have decided that they're putting up a man who thinks that Sharia law will help New York.
That's what I've heard. I haven't heard anything that actually validates that. But I have heard enough other stuff that I'm like, well, I wouldn't be surprised. And it
there's old clips of him talking about such things when he was younger. He was in doesn't
right, but even
doesn't necessarily mean that he's
my point
involved in any of that now.
Yeah,
it's just
But I'm just saying, regardless of that, the stuff he actually says and believes, like right now, is the part that I'm worried about. Like in terms of, I don't live in New York and it won't affect me, but I don't want this person in power. So yeah, more stuff that he believes is coming out and is
further.
Like the weirdest part to me isn't that he says or believes these things. It's that he's willing to do it out loud publicly and that there are people that are endorsing him.
Toward the Vienna model, we'll have to go beyond the market. We can establish community land trusts to gradually buy up housing on the private market and convert it to community ownership. We can give
community ownership, where the government decides who gets to live there because the community owns it. You know, you don't have a name or anything. You don't have a bill of sale. It's not tangible. You can't turn your assets into any sort of liquid finance. Your share of the apartment complex is never anything you have to barter or trade with because the government owns it. Because community ownership, guys. Community ownership.
Tenants a right of first refusal to buy out their landlords when buildings go up for sale. And we can fully commit to a new era of social housing, ending subsidies for luxury housing development and using our wealth to build beautiful, high-quality social housing projects that offer good homes and strong communities to everyone.
When has this ever actually happened that way? Again, the funny part about this is all you have to do is look at the USSR, China, everywhere else that they've implemented this shit. It doesn't really go well. Especially in a system where, again, he doesn't want the billionaires to exist. So he wants the government to seize the assets of manufacture. Everything. He wants them to seize the means of production. He wants them to seize the properties and control. Yep. And we're just going to share everything with everybody, guys. You know, because that's how communism and socialism work. And it never turns into a fiefdom of any kind.
Never, ever.
We won't decommodify housing overnight. But we know what we have to do. And we have history to guide us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that history is, again...
Screaming, don't do it, don't do it.
Dude, civil housing projects in this country go the same way already on a much smaller scale, where they take... And what do they always become? Slumlord dens. Like, it's always a thing. Yep. They never work out. St. Aaron saying, Russia tried it. Long lines to get food. Right. Sounds like he needs to look into Chicago projects, says Brian Science. Right. And the funny part is, like, we have history to guide us. It's like, yes, and that history is screaming, no! And that's the part where I'm fine that he believes it. But the people support him is the part that weirds me out. Like, there's people like, I like this guy. People are saying this guy's going to win the Democratic nomination at the very least.
Oh, he has won the Democratic nomination. From my understanding, he's won. Yeah, what's his face? Cuomo is gone. He's out.
We have history to guide us. All right. Yeah, the end goal is seizing the means of production. So yeah, he wants to take the means of production away from, so again, so the government just controls everything. And the idea being, oh, well, we'll share everything with everybody. No, if the government controls everything, then they get to decide who gets it. And pretty soon, if you're not on board with the government, well, we don't have to help you. It's just, I don't like this guy, and I hate that he has support because, again, I can point to just examples in history where his policies and practices don't work out. So, IAP, history shows it has never worked and it never will. Right, and again, that's my problem, is in his video, and we have history to guide us. I want, I want to literally put that. We have history to guide us, and then just a compilation of where it didn't work and how, just again and again and again. Government owns your house, groceries, and more. Yeah, it's already bad enough with the way we have it in this country, where after you own a property, you still have to pay taxes on it, and the government can take it away from you at any point in time because you didn't pay your property taxes. Oh, I thought I owned it. This is my land. This land is my land. That land is your land. But Uncle Sam can come and go on my land. What? Like that?
Yeah.
If I own a property, I should be able to say that I don't recognize authorities of the American government on my property. Welcome to the state of Johnny Stan. Happy to have you.
Johnny-stan. I like that.
I like that. Welcome to the state of Johnny-stan. Happy to have you. All right, so in other news of catching up, some of you guys might remember this Jaguar commercial, along with a lot of other stuff they did. Now, a lot of people said this was very Bud Light of them to embrace this new look of weird and what the fuck. And
I don't think they ever actually show a vehicle in this commercial.
No, they do. At the very, very end. After they say copy nothing, they show, I think or wait, no, are you right? No, you're right. They don't.
So.
They don't. They just open up on Brian the Science in the elevator, and then they end it with an empty rock.
There you go.
I'm so mean to my friends. I love Brian the Science. Let's be clear. He is very ripped. He is very ripped. You could see a six-pack fighting to break out of that shirt. Property tax is state. Federal government doesn't have property taxes. Brian Science. All right, so then it's the state government I get to hate. Yay. That works into that fits into my life. Anyway, so they released that ad and a bunch of others. The luxury British automaker registered just 49 vehicles in Europe in April, compared with the 1,961 vehicles in the same month last year. Their sales between January and April have plummeted 75%. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, wow. 75%. Oh boy. So yes, like the go woke go broke thing just keeps seeming to come true.
Yep.
They sold just 49 cars in April in 2025.
Wow.
So everybody else is like, selling EVs or whatever. They can't sell any cars anymore because everyone's like, yeah, I don't want to buy whatever the fuck that is. I don't know. Like, that whole ad is, what the fuck is this?
Media. Yeah. If they think that's going to sell cars, I don't want to see what they think a car is. I don't think it'd be very safe.
Brian the Science saying, I used to look like that. You let yourself go since the commercial? That's a shame. Hasn't been that long, has it? I mean, I suppose, you know what? I can't critique. I am the proud inventor of something I like to call the dessert sandwich. So, what do you want from me? I guess the point I'm making is nobody's perfect, okay? Some of us are horrible people. Others of us invent the dessert sandwich. You say one and the same. I say whatever. All right, so we have a little bit over an hour in the show. We covered this already, but you faded out again just to let a couple other people know maybe they weren't here earlier. Maybe nobody went up there and told you. What are you doing today?
What am I doing today? Oh, I'm going to be on with Mighty Meat on Rumble. So go find Mighty Meat on Rumble. I will be there at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Do your own math. And we are almost finished. Mystery Babylon series by Bill Cooper. We look into secret societies and all that. It's a lot of fun.
So what part of the series are you on now?
I believe I think we're on 39 or 40 of like 40.
Do you know what it covers specifically? Because they covered different, each one was like a different topic. I don't know a lot about this whole Mystery Babylon stuff. I've learned more of it as like Bill Cooper in general, like wasn't a thing for me. So I've learned a lot more.
Yeah, I found out about him haphazardly through someone else and started watching, and it was. He's got a really cool story. Oh, look at that!
They're making an electric VW bus, says SH, and there's an electric Cadillac SUV. Who wants an electric caddy? Bitch, I'll be there as soon as I can charge my hoopty. I don't know. I don't know who wants it. 8:30 p.m. EST, says AP. Yeah, all vehicle programs I work on are all EVs. And no one wants them.
We're on hour 40, and specifically tonight's episode is the occult history of the Third Reich, and it's part 1 of 3.
Oh, dude, should have.
Yeah.
You should have told me. I know a guy who probably knows all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because tonight's part 1 of 3, and part 3 of 3 is here, but part 2 of 3 is very, very, very difficult to find. Very difficult to find. It's been really wiped off the internet. I have a copy.
Why has it been wiped off the internet?
For next week. Because it says stuff that they don't like us saying.
Oh.
It's part of why we're on Rumble exclusive too. They, those people.
Does it talk about a particular precious metal named people?
It might.
So it might be
it's
like
the
a
occult history of the
Goldstein
Third Reich.
or
So
a
it might
Silver
have something
Stein.
tangentially, perhaps.
109, you say? Wow. Anyways, let's go over to this. So, was it you that gave me this, or did I find this one myself? I found an AI video that I thought was awesome, but I got disappointed because I found out it was an AI video. And I'm like, well, now. I mean, it was horrible and tragic.
You didn't
but...
show me this one.
All right, so this is a new one.
Something else.
All right.
Yeah.
It's not a truck driver or any fatal crash thing. This ride, apparently at Cedar Point, it got stuck in the vertical position. It's called Siren's Curse.
Video, and perhaps you saw this on social media, showing riders stuck on Siren's Curse at Cedar Point. I'm told the riders were in the vertical position for about 10 minutes. Terrifying. The video shows
what are you
the
talking
moments.
about, the vertical position?
That's not
That's
terrifying.
the horizontal position.
If it was
Before
pointing
getting stuck
straight
vertically.
down.
The amusement park tells us the ride's safety system worked as designed and the ride was restarted. It was closed for about 25 minutes before reopening on Saturday.
Okay, so they got stuck in the vertical position.
Yeah, why didn't they?
But they weren't vertical. They
No.
were horizontal.
They should have showed us footage from when that part was happening.
All right, now I just want to see Siren's Curse. Now I'm just curious, what's Siren's Curse? I love roller coasters.
Yeah. I do too.
This looks like this would be a ball. And the best part is we could go roller coaster riding. I get to cut all the lines. And you can just push my wheelchair. Right? So we can just be
I'm
first
loving this.
everywhere. All right, I'm on board for this so far.
Yeah.
So they got stuck in the vertical position. I'm guessing the releases didn't feature like they're supposed to. I like that they wrote stop in case somebody was walking, looking down at their phone. Like, hey, just so you know, the ground even says it. It doesn't continue. How you doing, Laney? This is the position they got stuck in. They didn't show it in the news story. This is the position they got stuck in.
Yeah.
This is the vertical position. All right, I know they test these things, supposedly, but this worries me.
Yeah.
I wonder, it's loose and it comes together all the time. I'm nervous.
Actually, you know what? I could probably do that because it went so slowly. Nice.
Yeah, dude, this looks fun as hell. Oh, we got a tunnel.
Oh, nice. Just because we got to have everything in one. This is lovely. This is a decent length of roller coaster, too.
Yeah, dude, this is a pretty good roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
How far is this thing gonna go? Oh, here we go. We're finally coming into the end.
That's awesome. That looked like a blast.
Yeah, I'd ride that all day. That'd be great.
Yeah.
That's no big deal. Maverick is better. Oh, where's Maverick? Let's look up Maverick roller coaster. Yeah, fuck it. It's Thursday. No, it's not. It's Wednesday. Maverick. Oh, Maverick is at Cedar Point too. So these are both at Cedar Point. Maverick POV. All right, here's Maverick.
This is the same park. Okay.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun.
Shit!
Sorry, if it's gonna be Maverick, I'm going to just fucking trumpet the Top Gun theme the whole time. I'm gonna say Maverick is not impressing me as much. It's fun. It's nice. I still like the drop go and like we had more rolls. We had the tunnel thing. There's a lot of. Yeah, this one was way shorter.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, AP.
I'm sorry. Who said that one's better? I'm sorry. I have to.
Oh wait, is it not? Oh, it's. Oh, they lied to us. We're still going.
Oh.
This one's got a lot of straight turns and bends, but I keep thinking that's the end, and it's not.
No, they've got to do the super break because of the angles.
Okay. Here's the break.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I still like the other one
I don't
better.
know. That was cool, but the first one looked a heck of a lot better. To be fair, though, the Maverick one, when it went up and over, that got me. That got my whole physical reaction. Fear of falling.
AP
That really
was losing
affected
shit.
me.
You get shot out of the tunnel. It's not over.
Wait for it.
Thank you. Whoa. What the hell? Most insane roller coasters you won't believe exist. All right, let's.
There is no better place to release
All right,
some
I don't give a
adrenaline
shit.
than at the top of a roller coaster.
All right, this one
so
looks
grab
like.
a friend, put on your seatbelt.
Yeah, I
and
don't
get ready
care.
because today we're gonna
Intro.
explore
Skyscream.
Sky Scream, a spooky ride with lots of turns and drops enough to keep you screaming the whole time.
I hate the person who's voicing this.
Yeah.
It's a really cheesy ad. I just want to see the ride. There was one that promised to be like a spot where it looked like the roller coaster goes over a gap, like a loop-de-loop. Like it catches the cart. And I couldn't believe that as a thing. That's probably photoshopped. I'm going to just choose not to believe it. Anyways, I could turn 4 minutes into 9 months of no periods at SH. All right, Brian. It's a weird talent to
Talk
brag
about
about.
alchemy.
It's just, what the hell is going on with today? All righty then.
Oh, man.
We have a little bit. We have about an hour left in the show. We haven't talked about the merch store at all, so we'll hop over here quick just so that way we make sure to mention it. If you don't know, we've linked it into the top. It's pinned in all the channels. You can get your exciting Johnny merch or Digger merch, all available in one easy shop. Just Kidding LLC. You can get the Cucko the Clown t-shirt. You can get the Johnny Really Can't Stand Y'all t-shirt, the baseball tee, any of the 3 mugs. I highly recommend the Digger Lover in white as opposed to black. You can get the shirts, the hat, the buttons, the badges, the other cup, and, of course, the hoodie and the Johnny's Exotic Meat Market in black text. I have it in the red, obviously. So those are all things available to you on the store if you want it. So, again, thank you. So, yeah, let's grab our third hour stories. We got to do that. So, the Bill Cooper thing, one thing I did want to bring up since you talked about it, I forgot to mention this earlier. After you get done with this, since you're getting to the end of the Bill Cooper hour of the time stuff, what are you doing after that, though? That one I'm excited about. And if you can't tell, I'm trying to get you to talk about it.
Oh, yes. We've decided we were going to go a different route with the Bill Cooper stuff, but we've decided that since Alex Jones is taking it upon himself to make up his version of a Bill Cooper documentary, Mighty and I are going to go through all of Bill Cooper's stuff whenever he's talked about Alex Jones, and we'll see, who said what when, and just who is the shill and who is, honestly working for the betterment of the people. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be a whole lot of he said, no, he said, and yeah, there's a few surprises in there.
AP saying he's been to Cedar Point so many times. Oh man, we have Valley Fair in Minnesota, and I want to go back to Valley Fair, but I don't have money. Like I have to make money and find some way to save up so I can I want to take my daughter to Valley Fair and just have a fun day with that. I think she'll have a blast going on all the roller coasters. She loves roller coaster rides. She loves roller coaster videos, and I get to, like I said, I get to cripple privilege all the rides. Yeah. I get to cut up in the front line. I hate to say this, but I ain't alone. There is a small market of us cripples, but we're there. Dude, that's what I should do. I should just become, in my free time in the summers, rent a cripple. Like, you want to go ride some rides at the amusement park? Rent a cripple. Pay me a base fee for my day, and all you got to do is wheel me around, and I am your pass to the front of the line at every ride you want to go on.
That's not the worst business model I've ever heard.
Right? I'm selling my unique set of skills, a complete lack of ability to use motor control to operate my legs. I mean, you can't teach that shit. It. You got to be born with it, according to my doctor.
Yeah. And the parking is better, everything.
Dear Lord, Kyle. Brian, the science, they make dewormer for humans.
I've been practicing my alchemy
on my wife. All right, so let's
there you go.
Let's see. Let's cover
Brian wants to rent you for the Ren Fair.
That doesn't get you ahead of anything. I don't get you in line in advance anything on there. Dude, and if I go to the Renfest and I have to use a wheelchair, like, one, Renfest grounds don't look like they're particularly wheelchair friendly. But I'd want to make it look like a horse. Like, just put me in a suit of armor from the waist up and make the wheelchair look like a horse, and I will just tell everyone I'm jousting. Like, right? Like, I'm just like,
Yep.
Otherwise, I want to make it look like I have no legs and I'm the Black Knight. I'll bite your legs off. All right, let's talk about this one quick. I mentioned this to you earlier. Ohio set up a website so you could claim funds from the state.
Right.
They called it its Unclaimed Funds website. They overhauled it to make it easier for you, the Ohio resident, to find money that you're owed. Within 2 months of doing that, Governor Mike DeWine has now signed a budget bill that allows $600 million of the fund to go to the Cleveland Browns for a new stadium. So if you actually and this fund has put up a lot of money that is assets including dormant bank accounts, uncashed checks, stocks and bonds, utility deposits, or unclaimed wages. And currently the state is holding $4.8 billion in the fund. So the state has put $4.8 billion together of unclaimed wages, dormant bank accounts, what have you. And they're just going to shoot $600 million of it over to the... Does that, like I said, that means the people should own the stadium then, right? Like, Ohio should declare, like, for all of, like, New York mayors, like, the government can come in and seize the property from the developers and just give it over to the people. Like, why can't they do that with the stadium? They can't, because they can and have done that with housing. The government has seized housing complexes and then put them up. Granted, in the capitalist system, they have them run by some management company, and it ends up becoming a slumlord thing. In the communist system, the slumlord is just the government. But the point is, the end result's the same. They take the public property and they just give it to the people. Why can't we do that with the stadium? Why can't we say the government owns the stadium, and when the stadium does stuff that isn't like, or is sports related, like the profits from that go to the state, right? Like, that makes sense. Otherwise, right now, the way we have it, it's just some asshole who usually has a precious metal in his name. Weird how that's always them. Is usually making money off of it. AP, F that. F that what? Giving the money to the stadium or the stadium being owned by the state? So, I don't know. The government owns your house, groceries, and more. Public education. Oh, all right. So we caught up with all those. Spitting apple is fun. I would imagine the puke would just go back on your... Oh, dear Lord. He set forth the expansion of the cripple line, so let it be done. No. I hate the idea. Spinning rides always scare me because I'm worried of if you're like the ones where you lean against the wall and they spin as fast as they can. You're muted. God, now I know how Aaron feels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn it.
That's why,
I love the Gravitron. I love the Gravitron when it spins you leaning and it just
starts spinning in a circle. Yeah, but what if somebody across from you starts vomiting?
I've never had that happen. So I don't know.
Pop quiz, hotshot. It's happening. What do you do?
I guess you're going to get vomit on you. I mean, it's not pleasant.
This is why I always sit at the front of the roller coaster, by the way, because I'm like, I know I'm not going to vomit. But if I'm wrong, I certainly don't want to pay the price of like sitting behind someone else who does it, because then I'm definitely going to. Like I won't vomit, but if I was behind somebody and it came back and hit me in the face, I'm going to puke. And I imagine that'd be the same way I imagine the Gravitron could just turn into a frickin' a McSlurry of vomit.
Real mess.
Yeah.
Yes. Big old mess. Yes.
It's a big old mess.
I prefer to sit in the very last part on the roller coaster because that one tends to get a little extra lift.
I would be chuckling. Sorry to the next guy. Again, the last seat on the roller coaster isn't as fun for me. It's always more fun up front. But I don't know. I like going in the front. You want it in the back. Oh, jokes.
Oh.
Kyle says Gravitron bans large breasts. Is that true? Have you had trouble getting on the Gravitron?
I've never had trouble getting on a Gravitron.
Have you ever been booby measured or met a ride with a chest requirement?
I am not well built enough for people to think that these things are gonna
says you
put the balance off the ride. It's dangerous.
And tipping a few scales. We have, again, 45 minutes left in the show. We're just talking about stupid shit. I was trying to do a serious story for 5 whole minutes about Ohio giving up fucking taxpayer funds of dormant bank accounts, unclaimed checks, and various other things. I was trying to do that, but it's just,
How do you, SH is saying everyone should check for any unclaimed funds. How do you do that? Who would you check with?
There's a variety of states have their own websites where you can check about tax money and things like that you haven't claimed and stuff. There was one that I knew of a while ago. I forget it. And I texted it to my sister when she moved to Florida, and I'm like, dude, make sure you're not missing any money from here. Just fucking get your. So those things are a thing, but I've never heard of a state taking those funds and allocating any portion of them, let alone just a shade under 12% of those funds to, again, a stadium. And the problem I have with it is putting it into the stadium, that money doesn't ever come back. That's not a loan. That's not any sort of a lending thing. That's just money put into the stadium. And then the team owner of the stadium, they get all of the proceeds for events and things that happen at that stadium, team oriented or not. You know, the college, the high school championships are at the stadium, and the concession stands and the vending money and all that all goes to the same management company, which is owned by so-and-so, who doesn't own the stadium but owns the stadium. Like, didn't pay for the stadium's built, but owns the stadium. Go to your state's unclaimed assets site. Yeah, each state has an unclaimed asset site. You can check your state's site
if we
also.
have something like that.
I don't know. You know what's really funny is that these things do exist. I know about it. I've heard about it. Like I told my sister, like I said. You didn't know it exists. The average people don't necessarily
don't know
they
that
don't,
it exists.
because it's weird. The government doesn't brag, hey, why don't you check and make sure we don't owe you money?
Weird.
We've been collecting taxes on it. We've been keeping the books on all this stuff. Turns out there's a sizable sum in your name. Oh, we just don't want you to know about it because then if we wait till you're dead, we can take it. Yeah. Or in this state, like I would love it if you went to this state's unclaimed revenue site and they went, yeah, we can't help you. Tim Walz fucked us into a deficit.
Spend it all.
Like we had a $17 billion surplus. He's got us into a $5 billion deficit. Believe you me when we say there ain't no money. How much of it was mine?
Wow.
Doesn't matter, homie. It's 100% gone. Let me tell you that.
Gone. I laugh, but oh.
And like I literally feel like Tim Walz is the investment banker in the South Park episode about the economy. And it's gone. But yeah, so I like I said, we tried to cover a serious topic for a minute. Didn't go well.
I tried to catch up with Rumble, and that didn't go well either.
Why? What's going on in Rumble?
They're talking about kids running around setting shit on fire and their hands covering their balls. Because of diapers and just diapers and fire and kids. Oh my.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. You know, I was very, very fortunate. I've had to do very little diaper changing for my daughter when she was born. I escaped that duty pretty easily. Because I'm not trusted to hold a child. But yeah, so I didn't have to do a lot of diaper changes. I did one or two, but like they're just diaper changes. The boys would be the worst when you have to clean off their balls. But then girls aren't fun either because you got to make sure that the whole package is clean.
Yeah.
It's just
girls and innie. You just oh my goodness. Yeah. There are people out there that don't understand that with girls you wipe front to back.
Yeah, I don't know why anyone would have trouble figuring that out.
I
but
don't know. I didn't know it was a thing that people didn't know either, but apparently it is a thing that people can't figure. People who are feminine themselves don't understand that you're supposed to.
That's even worse. You have the plumbing to understand.
I know.
Explain your gender. Explain them, Digger.
I can't explain them all. I can't.
All right, well, fine. We'll go to something a little bit more lighthearted. I don't know if people have seen this, but I found this through a cursory search on the internet because I have repeatedly been told monkeys can't swim. And I was like, that doesn't sound right. And so I checked the internet, and the internet said, yes, monkeys can swim, and I can prove it. We have a video. There's a monkey swimming.
Can you take me
See
off,
you guys?
please? I need to...
You're out.
Sugar, please. Thanks. Awesome.
So these are guys in a boat, and they made a shocking discovery. Monkey swimming. Why is that shocking? Oh, he's in dire need of help. Apparently they don't swim very well. You guys were... Satyr, ew! Are you talking about you before or the saving of the monkey? Mr. Q saying it depends on the monkey. Well, I don't know, man. It seems like this one can do it. He's water skiing. He's water skiing.
Yes, dude. Wee.
Oh.
That's a good time.
And they got close to the shore. They just hopped up in the tree. They're just going to put him up in the tree. Oh, there we go. He's going to trust people and someone's going to murder him and his whole family for it. Oh, but now he at least he made it back to his family. That could have ended badly. All it took was a couple of nice light-skinned dudes in a boat. There you go, everybody. Oh.
I'll be right back.
Okay. So yeah, we have that, and then we have a couple other things I wanted to cover today, including this video. We'll go over to this. This is now it's the fast facts. I don't know how long we're gonna sit on this. We'll go through this for a little bit, maybe all of it. But this is the Johnny Somali Fast Facts video from our buddy Legal Mindset. If you like catching up on this, you can watch his long form videos. I enjoy those, but they are fucking 2 hours long. He does like a real legit show. So I like airing his Fast Facts videos, or at least parts of them, because I want to keep this asshole in the mindset of people, because I don't want him getting away with any of his shit. So Johnny Somali in Thailand. Or was it South Korea? South Korea. Fuck. He's in South Korea, causing trouble. He's been dealing with court stuff.
Without further ado,
this is the latest
with the bombshells. So let's start with the bombshells. There's two.
There's two bombshells.
First of all, let's start with a recap. So Johnny Somali is
Brian. You can't just claim to be a monkey. I've met you. I don't see that at all. And you don't swim. That you're a person though. That's not the same. Wish I was swimming now. Too hot out. My daughter has a new pool that I have to help put together either today, tomorrow, or Friday, I'm sure. And I'll admit, like, the heat recently, like, God, I've wanted to go in it. I'm not really pool capable, but oh boy.
Already a criminal. Somebody in the chat asked earlier, is he guilty? Yes, he is already guilty on 4 counts. So he is already a criminal in Korea, guilty of 1 count of obstruction, 2 counts of the Minor Crimes Act, and a 2nd count of obstruction. So he is already guilty under Korean law for these things. So we can say, because of this chart, he is guilty. Because he's already pled, and you really can't take it back at this point. However, we cannot say yet about the 2 deepfake counts and the 3rd obstruction count, which we believe he pled not guilty to. So for these specific counts, we cannot say. But we know he's guilty of 4. He may be guilty of 7. And remember, he's being investigated for the Child Welfare Act, which would be 8. So there may ultimately be 8 guilty counts. The question is it 4? Is it 5? Is it 6? Is it 7? Is it 8? But it's at least going to be 4. So we're confident on that. We know that. And it's important to know this. These details, these legal details are important. And a lot of other channels skim them. And I understand why they skim them, because they're complicated, because they don't understand them, because they're not.
Right. But don't worry. We're taking our time. I'd appreciate if you sped this up a little bit, buddy. I mean, 15 minutes is a little hard to digest.
Talking to the Somali conviction team every day. They don't know these updates. They're not geared in like I am. We're kind of running this thing against Johnny Somali. I get it. And I don't blame them for that. I don't blame them for making mistakes. But these details are important, and procedure. And these details are how cases are won and lost. And that's why we go step by step. That's why we go piece by piece through this story.
Okay, Dad, but what's happening?
Understand this story and how it develops. Otherwise, you guys, it won't make sense. People will, every time.
Guys, I have to explain the backstory to you. Otherwise, episode 2 is going to have you off a loop. But trust me, when you know what a lot of people don't, you're going to be like.
Trial, people think it's over, and it's not. These trials, they do pieces of the trial. They don't do everything at once, just pieces of the trial. So we're eventually going to get all the pieces to that story. So let's go. So we know the crimes, right? Let's get into the nuke. You ready? 5, 4.
Oh,
3,
he's doing a
for
dramatic
5, 6. He's dyed his hair. I can't help it. I've been squeaking. I've been
for severe
squinting at it.
Punishment. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have officially filed in the official court records of Seoul, South Korea, the Western District Court, filed by a victim of the case, a rare petition that is almost never seen except for in the most extreme cases. And this petition is so severe, it could doom him to maximum punishment. It's called a petition for severe punishment. Now, what is that? Let's walk through the education.
Good.
And this is courtesy of legal help from Korea that has walked me through this and has helped me explain this. I may not explain it perfectly, but I'm going to do the best of my abilities to explain it. If I have to give a minor correction in the future, I will. But this is the way it was explained to me. So a petition for severe punishment requires it requires 4 things in the filing document, 4 things to put in this document, which was filed last week. The first is that the person who filed it is the victim and that there was damage done to the victim. So that means that this cannot be filed by a rando. This cannot be filed by somebody who was not involved or not hurt by him, or just by like me or somebody on the...
Wait a minute. I know where he's going with this. If one of the people from the first 4 cases where he already pled guilty filed this petition and it meets these criteria, then the petition's automatically going to go through because he pled guilty to the crime.
Right.
For that part that Digger's cutting out at the bottom, it says requires facts that can't be pure emotional
Somali
appeal.
conviction team who wasn't there or experienced this had to be filed by an actual victim. That means somebody that can come to court and can testify. And they can come to court and point to Johnny and say he needs the maximum punishment.
What did I do?
This is no third-party filing. Just to understand that. Not at all. So this is a big, big deal that it is a victim that stepped forward. Because so far, a lot of the stuff has been done is by non-victims, et cetera, by the police alone.
The
but
internet.
now we have the victims
The
getting
internet.
involved. Next, you have to document any attempts at reconciliation or settlement and why they failed. So you have to put a list of any time you reached out to the perpetrator, Johnny Somali, Ramsey Khalid Ismail, and tried to reconcile or settle. Here's the thing. Johnny Somali has
Yay, my
never
instrument is acting up
tried to
again. I
reconcile
fucking
or
hate
settle.
20-year-old
He has
HPLCs. I'm
never
sorry.
tried to make it right. He doesn't care
Oh, yeah.
about making it right. He doesn't say
All right.
he's genuinely sorry.
So
He's not. He's not sorry.
I'm going to skip into
Johnny
this.
Somali,
We're still on this here.
Judge has emotions. The prosecutors have emotions. Maybe even
We've
Ramsey has
covered that
emotions.
part.
I don't know. I mean,
Do we get
maybe
into-
somewhere deep down in there, there's an
There we
emotion.
go. That's a new
Right?
slide.
But it cannot be a pure emotional appeal. And it's not. And it's been
Meow.
accepted by it's filed with witnesses and, brought
Stay
him
off
in and on
table.
board.
All right,
and
so
into
it was
his bedroom.
filed with the
So let
victim
me
last
explain to
week.
you guys how this is going to work. So right now we have our sentencing table. Here's our sentencing table. I've explained to you guys that the sentencing for the
Take
crimes
us off
can go
for just a second
anywhere
here.
from the mitigated, which means the lightest punishment, all the way to the aggravated max. So right now, before the petition for severe punishment, before this bombshell was dropped, this is how his potential sentence looked. It looked like it was going to be somewhere between 6 months and 12 years, right? Anywhere between 6 months and 12 years. But now, what we do is when you do this petition, you essentially nuke the mitigated category and the default category. So what the table looks like now is this. This is what the table looks like now. Assuming this is accepted and assuming the judge takes this into consideration. Instead of having a range between 6 months and 12 years, his range will now be between 4 years and 3 months and 12 years. So this is now the updated range. And remember, children, this doesn't include the Child
charges.
Welfare Act.
The other charges
The
that we're
Child
still
Welfare
on.
Act.
Yeah.
So I am very happy to have the 6 months to 12 years updated to 4 years to 12 years. That makes
Minimum.
me very happy on the inside. And this makes me absolutely glow. Absolutely glow. Because we don't even need the Child Welfare Act, although I think we're going to get it. And that's our next thing here.
Oh, do we have another slide?
We're
I love
probably
your
gonna
slides,
get this-
baby.
the
Come
Child
on.
Welfare Act stuff. Because
Yeah.
I've got
Give us a new
nuke on
slide.
investment. It's the fat
There we
man, and the
go.
little boy over Somali, right? That's the next one coming up right now. Even without
Don't tease. Come on, let's
he's
get the next
looking
slide.
at a real bad time.
right?
So here's an update, big update. Child Welfare Act, the second nuke, the case
Proceeding rapidly.
against Ramsey Khalid Ismail, Johnny Somali,
I'll pull these off again.
for child harassment.
We are going to
is
jump around on this
proceeding-
a bunch. And again, this is the fast
Yeah.
facts. This is like the shortened down version from the live show. So you can, I advise you going over, like, subscribe, Legal Mindset. He does great work. So again, Andrew at Legal Mindset. I don't want to take credit for his work. I use it because I don't like, I'm going to cover the same stuff. He put together he has the slides. So, wrong button. There we go. Boop, boop. There we go. He's going to be eating a lot of bananas in prison. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
I'm shit out of luck. I don't think I can get the pressure. Well, then, if they ask you to do anything, I can't do it, Captain. She's going to blow. All right. Back to Ramsey.
Rapidly. Police have interviewed the individual who filed the report. And I'm going to give you a little bit. Well, I won't give you everything. I'm going to give you a little bit of what went down here. So this person who filed the report was brought in, and they went through the evidence, and the police believe that the evidence which has been submitted after going through it carefully is very, very good. And they're going to proceed on this aggressively and strongly and quickly. They're not going to drag their feet on this. They're not going to make this take for. They're going to go aggressive with the Child Welfare Act as it's been refiled.
Under pressure.
Very aggressive. And we know now for a fact that Ramsey Khalid Ismail should expect to be interviewed in about the next month. In about the next month, maybe a little bit over a month, he is going to be interviewed. He's going to be brought in before police. And I know that all his little boys in the Discord are going to be like, no, that's not going to happen. Legal Mindset's making stuff up. Well, you just watch. You just watch, kids. He's going to be dragged in there in front of the police, presented with evidence, presented with the case against him, and asked what he feels about it. And I dare him to say he doesn't care. He doesn't know. I dare him to play ignorant. I dare him to pretend he didn't know what he was doing. I dare him to pretend he doesn't know how to turn TTS off. He doesn't know how to turn the speaker off. I dare him to do that. Try it, bro. You are in a world of hurt. The case that the SCT has gotten wind of and gotten into here and been put together against you is so strong. And you asked for it, buddy. You asked for it by continuing behavior, by targeting women and children, by picking on those that you perceive as weaker than you because you're a small, fragile little man who will never be anything. You'll always be a loser, a nothing. And you're going to enjoy that loser life in jail.
When did it get personal for him?
If you're out of jail, you're going to be a loser after that.
Feel free to mention shit to people, man.
And you're going to be...
yeah.
I didn't check. I can't see what you're doing up there. What are you playing with your...
No, I know. I didn't want to interrupt him, and I knew it was not on screen. So we were okay.
Right, but it's again, you could just be like, "Oh, don't bring me up yet," like something.
I did.
Anyways, well, no, after I put you on screen, you fucking put me on the spot.
Well,
what you did?
But I said
anyhow.
I
So
said it, though.
I'm gonna leave that there. I don't want to just sit there and play his whole video. We jumped around a bit. So let me put up the short parts while Digger stays off screen for the moment. So the shortened down version, if you don't really, the cliff notes is. He has gotten already charged guilty. His sentencing window is only taking him to closer and closer to the max. And now one of the victims, potentially from probably from the way he reported it, from the cases that have already been pled guilty, means he's literally, like, this point, he can plan on 4 years and 3 months kind of deal, especially if that goes through, that's the setup. Like, plan that much time at least.
Please so much.
And so
I'm safe to come on the camera or on screen again, please. And thank you.
And then so like I wondered if that affects the cases going forward. If those also turn guilty, does that mean his time then gets stacked with those things? Either way.
I hope so.
Either way,
I hope so.
we won't have to deal with Johnny Somali for a bit at least. So that's nice. I am happy for that. And we'll bring you back. How you doing? You all right? You asked me to bring you back right when I do. You're just hacking up a lung. I could have given you.
Hey,
a
I
moment.
was muted though.
Yeah, it's just. Yeah, I never get over how dark your coffee looks, like muddy water. Like you drink a strong cup, do you?
Well, like I said, it's
and you also fresh
the fact
grind
that I
your
use
beans.
Coffee Mate. Yes, I fresh grind my beans usually. This isn't fresh ground. This is the last of the cheapy pre-ground stuff.
See, that's I guess
Before it goes
that's
stupid
where
expensive.
that's where I go cheap is I'm always pre-ground bag. Like bag of pre-ground. I'm bag of pre-ground and K-Pod. Like I do those.
Fresh beans only come to me at Christmas time. My mom gets a pound of fresh bean coffee each week from Starbucks for free.
Nice.
So she gives me for Christmas, she gives me a whole box full of coffee, and I got 4 pounds left.
Yay!
So I buy the crappy, bulk pre-ground stuff to use intermittently.
Mhm.
But it just went up in price from like $9.99 to $25.99.
Okay.
Cheap, crappy stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna not have coffee to drink. It's gonna be scary.
I don't know if I'm happy or sad that we're not together right now. I feel like either A, I could fill that hole, or B, I might be glad to be not within physical radius just for the time being. Like while that adjustment happens. I don't know.
Just while I get used to no sugar or caffeine.
Well, actually,
yeah.
no, this does work.
I got rid of the nicotine.
Because then all I need is like a hot shower and a warm cup of coffee. And like the first time you come to visit me, you'd be like, I'm never leaving. Thank you.
That's true. That's true. You've got a clean, hot shower and a cup
Oh, wait,
of
now
coffee.
it's got to be clean? Fucking rules. Jesus
Well,
Christ.
yeah.
What am I going to scrub and shit? Like it, like my women, black and sweet, says Mr. Q. Okay. Kyle saying I just saw an RHD Super. That sounds cool. Speaking of things that sound cool,
I have no idea.
I love that Florida is putting together a detention center. They decided to call it Alligator Alcatraz, and AI can be stupid and fun, and this is one of those examples. We have an AI made, for anyone who needs this told to them, which I'm sad if you do, but this is totally not real, an AI made ad for Gator Gitmo. And so buckle up, Buttercup. We're going to Gator Gitmo. Saddle up for America.
Walls. We nurture ecosystems of freedom.
Is it true you use live predators for security?
We prefer the term patriotic volunteers with a unique skill set. And this is...
We prefer the term
I like it.
Patriotic volunteers with a unique skill set. Yeah, they're just gators.
Our state-of-the-art 100% organic biological filtration system. It also doubles as our welcome committee.
Oh my God! Get it off me!
This is inhumane!
Ma'am.
This video is awesome. Dude, we just had a fucking eagle like body slam people with a python.
Patriotic volunteers with a unique skill set.
And this is our state-of-the-art 100% organic biological filtration system. It also doubles as our welcome committee.
Why? Again.
That's why not.
No. The
organic biological filtration system. It also doubles as our welcome committee.
I don't believe naked and muddy blonde, like this just doesn't, so she's going to be in the illegal alien detention facility? Because no offense, she looks like she might be a legal resident. I feel like her legality, what is she, British?
She might be Europe.
Oh my God! Get it off me!
This is inhumane!
It's the fucking body slamming.
Ma'am, our reptilian contractors are all free range and ethically sourced. Got a bite? Careful, if it's one of the staff, you have to throw it back.
Why is there a raccoon
What?
running? Again, this is...
I don't know.
I'm getting weirder. This movie's getting weirder and weirder by the minute. So why is Rocket Raccoon apparently running surveillance for Gator Gitmo? But there's a cat that's
Why
supposed
is
to be...
it so good at typing?
Dude, I love weird shit in AI, though. Look at the cat poster. The hang in there cat poster. It's like a branch that grows into a cat.
Yeah.
Or a cat that's got one of the world's worst TV antennas of all time. He's got wooden Wi-Fi.
It's rough got caught
This place is a supervillain's lair!
Thank you. We've been working very hard on the branding.
Warden, critics say holding people in tents in this heat is inhumane.
It's an immersive, authentic Everglades experience. We spare no expense providing that authenticity.
This very land was saved from a jet port in the 60s. It's a protected treasure.
And look at us now, turning yesterday's failures into today's freedom.
Gator!
Fucking Jesus Christ, this is funny. Oh, by the way, I love the part that people can't live in tents in this heat. You realize these tents have AC units. They put in AC units for these tents.
Yeah.
And this place was an airport. No, it is an airport. They literally put it on the airport.
Is.
They're taking the spot that wasn't being used for anything.
Gitmo is a concentration camp.
Sir, this is a wetland.
Sir, this is I'm going back.
A wetland.
Warden, critics say holding people in tents in this heat is inhumane.
It's an immersive, authentic Everglades experience. We spare no expense providing that authenticity.
This very land was saved from a jet port in the 60s. It's a protected treasure.
And look at us now, turning yesterday's failures into today's freedom.
Gator Gitmo is a concentration camp.
Sir, this is a wetland.
Oh no.
No. You're free. Go. Swim to freedom.
Oh no.
No! You can't use the Python airdrop card on my protester piece. That's an illegal move.
I'm loving all of this. Gator Gitmo the game. We already have marketing. This is the most American idea ever. All right. The kitten poster is hanging. Well, no. She overstyled her visa. She overstayed her visa. She was here, but as an au pair. Oh. The AI probably wouldn't let them make illegal Hispanic. That's possible. The turtle surveillance. Yeah, dude, I also did like the turtle surveillance.
Yes.
This one's got a rattle in the tail again.
Just put in a maintenance request. They'll get to it.
Frank, we've discussed this. The power consumption is still too high.
But, sir, think of the morale boost. And the laser dot chase feature is a huge enrichment activity.
Can you respond to Germany's claim that Gator Gitmo violates international law? Germany should focus less on our reptile security and more on their NATO spending.
It's a brilliant jobs program. We're putting America's alligators back to work.
They're not alligators. They're amphibious government drones. The pythons are the charging cables.
You want to know what's really, really funny? I feel like we could have done this bit as a real bit. We could have done this bit. You totally would have been the tinfoil hat wearing part of the show. I love you so much.
The pythons with the charging cables. What the hell?
Mr. Q Badger will mess you up. Dude, I thought that was a skunk that dropped like a bomb.
I thought it was a skunk too, but how the heck did it get so freaking big? Holy Hannah.
I will buy a copy of Gator Gitmo, but I want to be made more like Mousetrap, where if you trigger something, the trap goes off, says Mr. Q.
I'm in.
Again, this is all AI, and there's an American flag in the background. We've got shreds of an American flag and like an eagle picking at it.
And the Lord said, let there be a moat, and let it be filled with my scaliest, toothiest angels. Amen?
And that's why Warden Stone is my hero. He proves even patriots with lots of teeth can serve America.
Johnson. Never mind. Moving on. Rodriguez.
Got to keep the night shift happy.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm going back to that one just because that one's funny.
and let it be filled with my scaliest, toothiest angels. Amen?
I'm going to take us off
And
the
that's
screen.
why Warden Stone is my hero. He proves even patriots with lots of teeth can serve America.
Johnson. Never mind. Moving on. Rodriguez.
Gotta keep the night shift happy.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid, Johnny says. Let's fill some. About what? About this being hilarious? I'm not.
This is awesome.
I am not I'm not publicly endorsing or condemning Gator Gitmo, but the AI movie for Gator Gitmo
awesome.
on YouTube is hilarious. If you don't think it's funny for someone to go Johnson and then the hat just goes, never mind. Like, just, I'm sorry. It was a nose on the cat, you tard. What? Is that Captain America? I don't follow. Lots of teeth.
Their morale is crucial for our operational success.
Check. Hold on, my queen is trying to crawl away again.
What the fuck? This is getting less entertaining.
Wow, Hector. Such passion. I love how you've captured the team spirit.
The targeting matrix is still in its calibration phase, sir.
I see.
All right, this is starting to suck now. We better start picking up. It was fun at first. Now we're not. That's funny. But Gator Gitmo gift shop.
Circular motions. Her quarterly review is tomorrow.
It's the amphibian union rep again. He's filing a grievance about the Fireflies' overtime.
This tastes chewy.
It's locally sourced. You're tasting freedom.
What? Why do we have hippos?
I don't understand.
This is
They'll
getting.
think I'm one of them.
This.
A new recruit.
They will think you are a poorly painted snack.
This can get me a boat, right? That couldn't even buy you one of Sergeant Snappy's baby teeth.
All right, it's getting boring now. It's not. It's not entertaining. This is not entertaining anymore. It started out and it was really funny. I feel like that could have easily been a 3-minute video as opposed to a 5.
Stopped it. Yeah.
Right.
At that.
Like at this point,
Way
we've
too
gone
long,
too
right.
far. We've jumped the Gator. Gator Gitmo was just good in the first 3 minutes. Let it be known. Let it be known.
Yes.
Gator Gitmo wills it. Oh. All right. So what do we have? We have about 14 minutes left in the program. I've got one video left, but it's a short one. It's an animal one because I love doing animal videos. So I feel like I should find 1 or 2 more things. You know that thing that I said never happens? I fucking jinxed me.
Yes, you did.
Because I miscounted.
If you go back in the side chat, there's stuff about Patrick Conley's bears.
Let me take your screen off because of the way it shares things. Patrick Conley's bears.
Yeah, Bear Ruby, just above the puma with the dog.
The puma with the dog. Oh. Bro gets drunk, jumps off a ship. Nope. Ruby and crew. Midnight snackers.
Yeah.
All right, this is a lot of video.
You guys had. Well, yeah, you don't need to necessarily.
We're gonna. You want to burn up the rest of the show in this?
Well, not.
Okay.
I don't know how long.
What's the deal with these bears?
video
What's
is.
what clue me in?
These bears, Patrick Connolly has lived here forever.
Mhm.
This is his home, and the first mom bear, I can't remember her name. She showed up with her cubs, and ever since the females come back with their cubs, and now it's got to the point where he's basically, these bears have adopted him in his home.
So he
They
can just
come in. This is part of his. He doesn't interact with them like really a whole lot. But like he's sitting out on his deck right now, and they're just, you know.
And they just come up on his patio.
Yep. Yeah, these are big enough. I'd say they're probably. Oh, I don't know. I'd say yearlings.
Does he give them
It's
like
been so
honey or
long.
anything?
No, but they've just it's started and it's just become this is the space where you raise your cubs.
So they just
His home is a part of it.
chill out on his patio whenever they want.
They'll play, they'll try and get into his house, like opening the door.
It just seems like he's sitting here. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is there?
No, there's I'm
looking for something a little more interesting with the bears here. Like, cool, you've got 2 bears sniffing around on your patio.
There it is. I'm scrolling back.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
He's gone.
There's Ruby and crew Midnight Snackers. They just showed up.
Manatees went too long, says SH. Johnny doesn't know his critters. I don't know all of them. Okay, so they were manatees, not hippos. I'm fucking sorry. All right, so the bears are heading off. Let's see.
There's the bear and pumpkins was more entertaining, I believe.
Yeah. But that's the thing.
These were not supposed to be used. These were necessarily.
They ran away.
These weren't supposed to be used on a show originally when I.
No, I'm not
them,
saying
but
they
I
were,
bought
but
them.
you just.
They're good. Yeah.
You just.
I didn't necessarily grab the best ones.
Yeah, no, you were big on the
I've
bears.
been watching them for years, and they're usually quite fun. They're playing, and
yeah, that's all well and good.
stuff
I just
around.
like I said, that was just weird.
That was a lame video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just I like because I'm sitting here like, oh, I'm gonna find something, and you're like, oh, well, hold your fucking tits, my friend, because boy,
I would have expected it to be.
Short, Red, and Gorgeous is here to save the day, but it's not.
Yeah,
it's not
no,
what's
I
going
failed
on.
that time. I don't know why I would have dropped to that.
Dicks, I already signed in, you assholes. Oh, here we go. Boom. Next.
Oh. Allegedly, tinfoil hat internet areas or internet people are now saying that it was a deep state cover-up. Diddy's verdict was a deep state cover-up. Apparently, James Comey's daughter threw the case.
Okay.
Tinfoil hat. Okay. Oh my gosh, that'll be a fun rabbit hole to go down and see how they're connecting dots. Oh my goodness.
This is strange.
Hmm?
Having trouble getting into my my Twitter. And then I don't know what the deal is, but it's not working right now. I was just trying to go in and pull up some tweets, but that ain't working right now.
Okay.
So now I don't know what I'm going
I
to do
can
about
open
that.
mine.
I got 10 minutes
Here.
left and I can't pull up tweets. That's a
I'm
problem.
opening mine.
Well, no, you opening yours
I drop
doesn't
you
fix
something?
my problem.
Well, where you normally go search?
Different areas, like I don't. Again, I favorite them when I come across them while I scroll the tweets. So it's really problematic now. 10 minutes left in the show, and I signed into it recently. I didn't think I'd have to sign in again. I thought I saved everything, but it doesn't. I don't know why my password's not working. It's not really a thing. AI content is
that's cool.
destroying the internet, and you're helping. I don't know who the hell that is. AI content is destroying the internet because I saw an AI video that freaked me the fuck out until I realized, oh, it was AI, and then I just made jokes about wishing I could go on that ride. Oh, me. We've got an Alpine roller coaster.
I'm taking a ride on America's first single rail mountain coaster.
I don't give. I was on the other one. Meh. YouTube. I want the roller coaster video that I was on. Now I have to go over here because the window closed. You dicks. Nope. First rail. Yeah, no, that. Never mind. That video was annoying. I'm not doing that one. All right. So we had a bunch of. My feed's now full of AI stuff. And oh, God, you sent me this one. Speaking of AI.
I love that. Oh, God.
Yeah. Well, this one's from 2 months ago, so I'm sure people may have seen it. I hadn't, and you sent it to me. This is from the same people, Wicked AI, that did Gator Gitmo. You sent me this one. This is this is the whole reason I found Gator Gitmo, because you sent me this.
Oh, right. Yes.
This is
They
the
call
Little
me
Mermaid.
The Little Mermaid, but I ain't no dainty damsel, swishing my fins for applause. I'm a grown woman with a big dream. And that dream's about clawing my way out of this soggy hellhole. I want to be where the party's at, not stuck in this fish tank swimming with losers. That's when I saw him, the prince, strutting on his ship with those legs all high and mighty, like he owns the damn world. And I thought, that's it, that's my ticket. I want sand in my cracks, wind in my face, and that royal stud in my arms.
The voice isn't quite right. It's off. It's younger Danny. It's a problem. AP LOL. It's better than the live action Disney one. I haven't seen the live action Disney one, so you might be right there.
Either, but I'm just assuming that he is correct.
This is the sad part is this is funny enough where I could see this being a Ray DeVito. No, I could see this being a real movie.
Yeah.
So
Danny
I swam straight to Ursula's lair and cut a deal.
I'm actually I think I'm allergic to this movie.
That's you.
It's making me sneeze.
Acted like I'd signed my own death warrant. But I've talked my way out of worse. Bar fights, tax evasion. You name it.
Oh, Ariel, you sweet, foolish thing. You think legs come cheap?
This is scary how good this is, though. Like, AI is officially scary. Somebody got an AI to make this. And a computer went, yeah, no, I could put Danny DeVito's face and body in Ariel's fins and make it look like a thing.
There's a catch, darling, and it's going to squeeze you dry.
Catch! Spare me the fine print, you slimy squid. Hand over the legs and I'll handle the rest. All this junk down here, coral shells, fish bones, I could make a fortune on eBay with this crap. Pay her off some other way.
Ariel, Mon, you mad? Trading your voice for legs? You can't even swim proper now. You're gonna get yourself killed.
Sebastian, you worry too much. I've got this. Besides, what's the worst that could happen? I drown? I'm already half fish, for Christ's sake. But deep down, I know he's right. This ain't no fairy tale. It's a shark tank, and I'm the chum. My old man Poseidon ain't too thrilled either. He's been blowing up my shell phone with prophecies all day.
Ariel, my child, dost thou not see the peril? The surface is a wretched abyss of scoundrels and sunburns.
Sunburns, Pops, I'm not planning to tan. I'm trying to get hitched. Besides, you're one to talk with that pasty trident glow.
Think of thy poor mother, Ariel. She'd weep to see thee abandon us.
Mom, she'd be proud I'm hustling. Probably say, go bang that hot prince tigerfish and bring...
What the fuck is going on?
I don't know.
Mousetrap at Como Zoo was the best this film. I don't know. A bit disturbing. AP saying this is hilarious. Yeah, people have mixed feelings on this, but I'm swap DeVito's face for Aaron. Lols. Aw.
Mama back a crown. Anyway, I'll send you a postcard. Now I gotta bag that prince without a word. Easy. I've got charm, guts, and if push comes to shove, I'll just drop my trousers. Works every time. I may not have a voice, but I've got something better. Tits. And a whole lot of desperation. So watch out, world. Princess Ariel's coming for you. And I'm not leaving without my happy ending. Oh, and pass me that dingle hopper. I've got some new hair to comb. This fish puts out.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
I never watched it all the way through.
This fish puts out. Rusty Grammar's in favor. Wild Saffron's apparently enjoying it. I am not surprised that it's the Rumble chat that's like, hey, you know what? That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I know, I enjoyed it. Oh my goodness, that was fun.
Dude, it was like I said, the AI is both funny but scary at how fucking just crazy that stuff can get. Because that looked like him, and that's the problem. And that's from a channel that's like legit, like, hey, we're Wicked AI. Guess what? We do everything AI. It's all AI. It's not real. What the heck? Now I'm just looking at Wicked AI for things they've done. They apparently made like a show about Jon Snow, but I want to see. They made like a mini series.
Oh no.
I don't really care about that. I want to see if they have any good videos to look at. All right, so never mind. I don't think theirs are quite as comedic as all of them. Oh dear Lord. We have one from 13 hours ago. It's 3 minutes and 11 seconds long. I actually feel like I have to play this one. Gator Gitmo was 3 days ago. And to put that in perspective on the videos thing, I don't even know where Danny DeVito Mermaid is. But we also apparently have Danny DeVito, Lilo, and Stitch with Terry Crews. Oh, dear Lord. We might look into that. I don't think we'll have time, though. We're going to do this last video, and then we're going to get out of here. This one is fun for all the people that enjoy animals. We apparently have cats in space.
Morale Officer Mittens, the Genesis cat. We blame him for everything.
Uh-oh.
Catnip is now a Class C controlled substance. This is for medicinal purposes.
They're not the problem. It's the floating hairballs. They clog the air filters. That's the real existential threat.
Yeah, we lost contact with Houston for 2 hours. Turns out the main comms relay makes an excellent teething post.
That's Schrödinger. Mission protocol says we're not to open the box. He sounds happy enough.
It's Schrödinger.
Oh, jeez.
It's cats in space. It's cats in space.
Well, you missed 420 and your donation, says Mr. Q.
Oh, no. All right, I have to. I can't. I missed a donation on which thing? Let's check the.
He just said 420
funding.
and your donation.
Well, that's Brian the Science. Back to live chat. I don't like being told I missed donations. Let me go back on Rumble.
That's not right.
I don't see anything there. I missed 420. We're already at the end of the show, dude. Like, like 420 doesn't, like, no offense. I'm not gonna, I'm not really one of those potheads in my personal life. Like, oh, it's 420. I gotta smoke one now. So,
No.
sorry I missed
Once
420.
I became an adult, it wasn't as fun.
Yeah, I'm sorry I missed 420. It's gonna happen sometimes. But let me go check my phone then, because my phone did not viv me on missing donations.
PayPal, he says.
All right, well, let's check. Yeah, I had to open it to get it there, so there we are. Thank you for the 10. Yeah, the horse picture was fine. Thank you very much for the 10 there. We can count that in the goal thing. we'll hit play on this and let this play, and then we'll shift out of here in a second. So that's 30 for this upcoming Monday now. Thank you very much, not including whatever Twitch buys us out with the end of everything. Cats in space!
Aww. You are wild.
We're not filtering air anymore. We are harvesting raw material for what I can only describe as a fur brick.
The workout regimen now includes variable feline resistance training.
Well, now it's official. The nutrient paste is offensive to every known species on this station. In the event of an emergency, our first step is to politely request the feline operative to relocate. Repeat, we have an unauthorized feline EVA in progress.
This is so stupid.
It is.
It's so stupid. I shouldn't be enjoying this much.
Like
Chunk. All right, so there you go. Cats in space.
Awesome.
We even went a little long because I'm stupid. All right, great ending for the show. Well, it was just something fun and nonsensical. We're trying to wind down. It's the 4th of July weekend. I will be live tomorrow, and then Friday we'll maybe do something for like an hour at some point. I don't have any specific plans other than just kind of. I'm trying to take it easy. In fact, I might even call off the doing something for like an hour, just because I don't want to. I don't want to stream Friday. I'm sorry.
There you go.
I want a 3-day weekend.
Well, then don't.
I'm not
You
streaming
have yourself
Friday.
a long weekend.
Was never
Okay.
factored in as a
Everyone hear
goal
that?
day.
Tomorrow's the last show of the week.
Tomorrow's the last
Johnny
show.
has said it. He said it, and it is the truth. He is not going to be streaming on Friday, not even for just an hour or something.
Okay, fine. But we are leaving now, so you know.
Oh, are we? Okay, bye, guys.
Yeah, it is. 'Cause it's
See you
after.
tonight on Rumble, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Mighty Meat is the channel.
It's the
Shut
best.
up and sleep with me. Come on, why won't you sleep with me? Shut up and sleep with me.
Clip it, clip it, clip it.